Really just need to get a new one, I think. Okay. Close this out. So, we're on session 40 of the Starry Nights. Patchwork is at the top of the priority list, but obviously she's not here. So Cal Rune, you would be the next in the list. Do you want to scribe today?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay. Put Cal Rune for today. And Kaladin, looks like you were the previous scribe. Do you want to give us a recap of the events of last time, please?
Of course. So last time, the session started in the middle of the battle with the Great Fire Elemental. It's a brutal battle with multiple party members going down from the fire attacks. Kaladin is brought to the brink of death, failing 2 death saves. But as Robert deals the final blow to the elemental, Nil saves Kaladin just in the nick of time. Lyra dispels another pillar with more summoning runes on it. We see a pool of lava with a small island of rock. On the rock, we find a large uncut diamond and a strange red gem. We leave the fiery halls and find a safe place to rest. During the rest, Grinkle discovers that the red crystal contains the spirit of a fire elemental. Kaladin takes interest in the fire elemental, and with the help of Patchwork, is able to talk to it. We find out that the elemental can feed off of Kaladin's key energy to be summoned. Later, in town, Kaladin attunes to the elemental crystal and gains the ability to summon him. Kaladin gives the elemental the name Ignatius. The party prepares to level up and make trades with the incoming caravan.
All right. Thank you for that recap. So it's currently the 20th of fall when we're picking things up. New day, 8 a.m. So I guess we're trying to pass a week, I believe, right? 7 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we want to interact with the caravan, which I believe comes tomorrow. Or today? I think it might be today.
The caravan arrives on the 21st, so tomorrow.
Okay.
So do you want to pass a day, then do 7 days once the caravan's here?
I think we can do it as a part of those 7 days. We just want to sell stuff, right?
Yeah,
so
I
the
just,
party
to
can-
buy stuff.
Yeah, if you were looking to do any like buying of stuff, that usually takes about a week. So that's why I said if you want to do it at like 7 days once the caravan gets here. If you're just selling stuff,
It's a
then
week?
to buy magical items, yeah, it takes about a
Oh,
week.
magic items.
Yeah. If you're just selling stuff, that isn't a downtime activity.
But now we
unless
need
you're...
a week to level up. We already kind of leveled up, so we have no way around that.
Yeah. Alright, well, let me pass the 1 day today, and then I'll do that other part of when the caravan gets here. Does anyone want to do anything specific today? Any of you?
Well, in the 1 day, I think the only thing is, Blackwater had said basically, give me some time. Maybe
He
we
might
should
still
go to
be
him
there.
and tell him, like, hey, take a little bit of extra time. We're getting some stuff settled. So, if you need more, like, about a week. It might be good to, like, tell him, to take about a week to
Yeah.
decide.
Tell him, I'm sorry, we have to level up, so this cannot wait.
We have to train.
We have to do some admin.
We gotta get our stuff in order. Our admin.
Exactly. We've arrived to the last week of fall and we haven't completed unnecessary adventuring reports.
Need to do the TPS documents
Yeah.
and get our paperwork in for the coming adventure year. Get all
Neil's
our
helping-
licenses in order,
So would you say you looted more than 1,000 gold or less than 1,000 gold this adventuring year?
Yeah. Write off some of our loot. All right, so
Exactly.
you're
Wait.
gonna do you want to role play talking to Blackwater, or are you just kind of telling him you're, taking a week and like
Yeah.
walk off?
Yeah, I'll just let him know.
All right.
I
so
might
you-
even might even send like a messenger to do it.
He must
Honestly,
be
I
used
just
to
wanna
adventurers
get-
Well, no, we
taking
do it in
weeks off.
person. That's a bit rude.
This must be a
I-
normal
I-
thing, no? That adventurers do?
I mean, people train generally. So yeah.
We're not the
it's-
first group of people to level up to level 7 in this world, right?
We can say we were a little bit shook by the fire elemental.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah, it
could
was a
say
pretty
you
brutal
need
battle.
some time to get some of your affairs in order, and whatever you want to say, because people do take time between doing things to work on other things. But he would basically say, you've made a good case for an alliance with the Blood Hand. I'm still a little iffy about trusting them, but you've shown yourselves to be skilled arbiters and powerful allies, so if you think you can make sure they don't betray us, I'd be willing to work with them.
Well, that's great to hear.
It's the same things about you.
Yeah, obviously
what do you
this
mean?
is
Well,
I
they're
didn't-
worried about you betraying them, and you're worried about them betraying you. So,
Says, but they actually did betray me. I haven't worked against them. I followed everything I said I would in the contract until they caused
Oh.
issues.
We'll-
By your
we'll
own
let them know.
admission, by your own admission, your insider person, because you told them about what Iara said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So by her admission, this guild worked against me. Unless you think she was lying.
I think there's a third party in the mix somewhere, but Greg was not completely serious. He's making our holiday a little bit harder at the start.
He says, "Well, like I said, if you think she's trustworthy and that we don't have to worry about more betrayal, then I can work with her, as long as she's kept in line."
we promise that if she does try anything, we'll stand by you and we'll deal with her.
He says, "Good, because that might come up later. I don't want to do all this work to get to Isik, then have her people rob us blind."
Of course.
He says, "All right, well, do what you need to do to set up this alliance. There's a couple of things we need to do before traveling to Isik. One of which is to look more into the halls of Tarsus. Lyra. Yeah, Lyra has told me that you've been down there but haven't actually entered yet. She says there might be some information on the old Tharian runes buried in the halls, since they're both from that time period. I'd like to at least take a look and see what we can find.
Okay.
After whatever this downtime you need is, just don't take too long. I do wish to leave in a couple of months, so I want to be ready for that."
Okay.
Alright, so
Understood.
let's see, would he give you a date? No, because he's at this point still figuring that out. Alright, so he says, if you need anything, just let me know. I do have a library in case you need to do some research. Any
Okay.
resources we can gain for our journey will be of use. We're going into the Undead City. So do whatever you need to prepare yourselves, and just get things ready with Sithril. Let me know if there's anything you need from my end. Alright, so that's all he'd say,
alright.
unless anyone else is saying anything.
Okay.
So at this point, anyone else doing anything for today? I'll just go down the list. Nil, you do anything today?
No, I'll just start getting stuff in order, because I think we wanted to get an architect for
From
tomorrow, if we
yeah.
are going to be building a base from the caravan. So I might just start clearing up the camp make it easier for them to get there.
All right. What
No, later.
about Kaladin?
I'm assuming me and Patchwork are still training on the language, so for every day that passes, I'll remove a day.
All right.
If that's cool with you.
Yeah. We just have to remind her when she gets back. What about Calroon?
Could I ask Blackwater if I could use his library to do some research on the Deck of Wonder I was wanting to make?
Says yes. I just asked for a small fee, and if you wish to use some of my people to help with the research, they need to be paid.
All right, what is the fee?
To use the library is 50 gold pieces, and my
Okay.
research assistants are 50 gold pieces each for their time.
I hand him 50 gold pieces, and I'll just do the research myself. Thank
He
you.
nods. He says the library is well stocked. The money you pay helps me find more books and information. So it will be going towards that, not in my pockets, in case that was a concern.
Thank God.
Alright.
Wasn't a concern.
So Grinkle, what about you?
We're not leveling up right now?
Well, you're passing time.
Is that different?
You have to pass 7 days to level up.
Right, but like if I do a day of leveling, am I one ahead of the team then, or? that aren't
No,
doing
you
it,
don't.
or
You
what?
don't downtime to level up, but by using downtime, you level up. So once you pass a week, you'll level up, regardless of what
Regardless
you do
of
for
what
that
I do?
week. It's assume you're kind of training in the background, basically, as you do other stuff.
Okay. Anyway, whatever. I'll just do a day towards my thing then, I guess.
All right. So you have a project already. What about Rob?
I don't really have anything. I will wait for caravan tomorrow, sell stuff, and try to move those things forward.
Okay. So.
If I get 7 out of 7 research project, do I just get a tool proficiency?
Well, to learn a tool, it's more than 7. It's based on
well,
your
I
intelligence.
have research project, and it was 6 out of 7 for maybe tool/proficiency. Since that time we were in getting nil, that +1 or 2 on his axe or whatever. When we started it with the imp.
Well, it should be way more than 7. What were you trying to learn?
We didn't know at the time, so you said to just do this.
But I mean, what were you trying to learn with the tool?
Yeah, I wasn't sure which tool. I hadn't figured it out. He said, "Okay, we'll just start
Do
marking
you
the
know
time anyways."
what tool now?
Hold on.
Or language, or well, like if we complete this, what would you get?
Well, I'll take a look.
All right, and it's more than 7 to learn a tool or language. It's based on your
Okay, what would-
intelligence. We could put what you did already towards it. Let me take a look.
Cool.
Do you have any intelligence bonus?
No.
Okay, so that's 0. Let's see.
Mine for a language with 0 intelligence was 77 days.
77. Oh my.
Yeah, it's gonna take
Are
me
we
a long
ever
time.
gonna get any of these things done?
Well, I think I can
No.
do it every day, so it's like every in-game day, basically, you know.
Yeah, as long as you have 8 hours, you can put a day towards it.
Well, I'll just choose one.
Also, I like to say that Kaladin is asking Robert to train him with weapons, like sort
Yeah,
of in the background.
let's do that. And maybe Robert will just learn a little bit of your martial arts as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so 10 work weeks, and for each point, or for each bonus of intelligence you have, which would be 0, you minus a work week. So it'd be 70 days to learn a language, tool, or skill. Were you
Okay.
learning from someone or from a book, or what? Like, remind me, how is that working?
I don't know. I guess we hadn't fleshed it out.
Well, you started it in the library, right? So
Yeah, I
maybe
don't know. So we'll say a book. You said it's gonna take 70 days.
I wish I had more information about what you're doing. So yeah, that's the normal thing is 10 work weeks to learn a language or a tool. I don't know why I would have said 7 unless there was something special going on there. Like if you were doing it with a library. Do you have that project in the downtime thing? Oh, there's like no notes, yeah. Oh wait, I don't even see it here. Where's the project? Did you just write it on your sheet?
I guess, yeah.
Oh. Alright, let me make a project for you then. So this is...
I'll go
Crinkle.
for alchemist supplies is what I was learning. Use.
Crinkle, learning, alchemist, supplies.
We're level 10. I'll get them finally.
I'm not sure the start date isn't too important. How many days did you invest so far? 6?
7 as of today. Oh, this whole thing got erased, no? Because that's where I was on this. It used to be filled out.
Okay. And you were learning from a book you got?
Yeah, I guess. We can do this later. So I don't know. It feels like we're taking a lot of time here for me to not remember
No,
what to do.
because then
so.
later we'll be like, what's going on with this again? So I'd rather just pin it down here. Alright,
Yeah,
so you
okay.
need 60. Well, yeah, whatever, 63. Alright, so now we at least have something. Okay, so you're reading this book and learning.
Yep.
That works. Okay, so that's
Nice.
it for you. And Rob, you said you're not really doing anything.
Rob, you may as well do something. It takes literally forever to learn something. You may as well learn something, man. That's like, it's literally wasted. Because if not, you'll never complete
If only I
something.
thought like that in real life.
You'll-
Man, I should really do
True.
something today. It's gonna take forever. I should start
Rob,
something.
if you don't put any points towards something, like, it takes 70 days, man. You gotta choose something. You've already wasted a week, then. You gotta do something, Rob. I force you. I changed my research to force Rob to learn something, because it's such a...
You take a day
This is...
to nag Rob about not doing enough to improve himself.
Rob, if
I
you
think
don't do
Rob-
anything on a day off, I'll be pissed.
Yeah. I will be training Kaladin, and meanwhile I will be also training from Kaladin. Maybe I'll decide to switch
Good.
to Monk one
You
day.
have to.
Alright, so kind of like RP. That's fine. Alright, so yeah, maybe hanging out with Cal and learning some more about the way of the monk. Alright,
Yep.
so that day passes without issue.
Actually, Rob is
Oh.
learning from Kaladin in case he has to fight him one day.
Oh, I see.
Just learning my weaknesses.
It's learning, yeah, how to
That-
fight him. So yeah, just a gold piece for living in town for a day. The caravan would arrive the next day. All sorts of interesting people, merchants. The streets are a bustle with performers and the like. So I'm assuming we're passing some time to do caravan stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yes.
so I'll start with Nil again. I think my music is a little bit loud. Hang on.
Who's doing what? Does someone want to be in charge of getting the magical items and selling the magical items we have? And that'd be the thing. Because I don't mind
So
talking to the architect and helping him build
generally,
this last starter base.
Skills do we need to get these done? If it's persuasion, I'll do everything.
yeah,
If it's anything
generally
else, you guys do
speaking,
well.
to find magical artifacts, if you're looking to buy magic stuff, it takes persuasion, unless you have
Okay,
some
so
other
I'll
way
do
of
that.
doing it.
And I will be doing that
Okay.
then. And then what about the
Uh,
architect? Will that be persuasion?
I'll do the architect stuff.
But if it's persuasion, shouldn't I?
No, I give
Well,
it
the
a go.
architect, that isn't really a downtime activity. That's just you kind of hire someone, then they start working on it. That would just
Okay.
cost money.
Right, but we're going to the market, and that will require skill checks, right?
For magical item finding, yes, because that's an
Oh, there's no
actual
haggling
downtime
or anything?
activity. Usually you have to. Usually you either trade for magical items with other magical items, or you just kind of pay because it's like a specialized purchase. It'd be like haggling for like buying a jet. Like maybe you can, but it's not always something that people are willing to do. So
And shouldn't we have somebody like we have a lot of stuff to sell, so we definitely need someone in charge of that, right?
Yeah, but it
Yes.
can be anyone.
that's not
apparently.
downtime though, generally speaking, unless you're selling magical items.
Yeah, we do have some of those to sell or trade as well.
Yeah. Okay, so you said Grinkle was buying a magical item. Just putting the downtime activity in. Okay. What about Nil? What are you doing for these
Okay,
7 days? And Grinkle, you need to pay, I believe it's 50 gold to do this. Or wait, let me see. Just make sure. Yeah, I believe it's 50 gold to basically kind of pay people to gain information about who's selling what, etc. Oh, it's 100 gold. Oh, it's expensive. So you need to pay 100 gold just to look for a magical item. Are you okay doing that?
holiday.
No choice.
Alright, so you are paying the 100 gold?
That's what it costs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you pay some people to start the process. Alright, Nil, sorry, what are you doing?
I'm really not sure.
Do you want me to come back
You
to
have
you?
to use something.
Yes, please.
Alright, Kaladin, what do you want to do for these 7 days?
Well, for how long's the caravan gonna be in town?
They are in town for, say, 3 weeks. So they'll be here until the 42nd of fall.
I'd like to buy some. I'm looking for some just uncommon magic items, so I'll go with Grinkle.
Alright, so
Do I need to pay
you...
that fee
I
as
think we
well?
need to, guys. We need to decide first. We need to decide how much money we get after selling everything. This will decide what we want to buy afterwards.
Alright, do you want to just
Right?
say you sell your stuff first? Because that
Yeah, of
doesn't
course.
take
So then
that would just take a few hours. That wouldn't take like a
because
whole...
it will then dictate what do we sell and how much money do we have to buy stuff afterwards.
That's true.
Okay. So if you're going to the market, and this is for non-magical items like treasures and gems and stuff, that's what you're
Yeah.
trying to sell, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of this.
Okay. So I'll let 2 of you work together on this using persuasion.
Yep, Grinkle.
All right. So Grinkle is looking for some good prices. Looking for buyers. Oh, can you also just list out in chat all the things you're selling if you just want to copy paste it into there? Just so I have an idea.
Basically,
I'll do
all these
that.
gems, right?
Include all our individual stuff that we want to sell.
Select everything we want to sell and I'll paste it. Not only gems, like there is actually like I want to change some old gold coins and stuff. I will.
I've
just
got
send
some old coins as well.
So changing the old coins, yeah, you could probably get one of the smiths to do that, but this is more for art objects and gems or any treasures you're trying to sell.
Kaladin, have you already added the elemental gem to your inventory?
Yeah, it's in my inventory, so you can delete
Yeah,
it from the
remove
sheet.
it then from the sheet.
All right, so you are
Yeah.
looking, so you're looking to trade those for normal currency, right, Grinkle?
Yes.
And just to let you know, you can use old world coins with the caravan to trade.
Oh, okay.
Because you're far enough away from
It is-
the.
We still need to do something because we have 10,000 old coins silver, which is just too much. It's like a whole sack of it's a big sack of coins.
We'd
we
like
need
to just
trade.
convert everything to gold, Lou, if we could.
All right, so give me
Bypass
I'll
any-
start with that. Give me a persuasion check for that. I'll say you're like haggling with one of the smiths to.
You want to give me anything for this?
This would be several
Yeah.
hours, so you would need. You couldn't really do guidance, but you can do the one that gives you advantage, which is escaping me at the moment. Enhance
Enhance
ability.
ability.
Yeah.
Anybody have that?
I don't think so.
Aid not work here?
It'll make you feel healthier.
Yeah, 8 is like health.
I can give you 15 additional HP. So you could
I
fight
thought that
club
it
your
gave
way
plus
if you
4.
just want
Or
to start.
guidance, I meant. Sorry, I meant guidance. Sorry.
No, it's too long
It's
for
only
guidance.
like a minute, so guidance wouldn't help you. All
Oh,
right. And anyone
sorry,
else helping with that? Anyone want to make a check?
Yeah, I can help. I also have. I think we all have the 850
Can I
gold
bardic
coins.
nil?
Oh, you're a bard. I'll let you. Yeah, I'll let you bardic someone if they're doing that, though. Bardic, I'll say
I'll give-
will help with this.
Who's going to be talking to people? I'll give everyone.
I
Okay.
can help since I'm with you, and I don't think any of us has a great persuasion, so it might as well be me.
Oh, that's pretty
I'll
good.
help haggle.
I give one to nil anyways. I have a lot, so.
All right.
Do you want me to roll
D8.
bardic?
So go
with
ahead
that?
and roll the bardic with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Next
wow.
roll.
All right. So I'll say, due to the group's reputation in town, the smith is willing to convert for free to help you. So you get 100% on your coins.
Wow.
Okay, is that everyone? So I can just move. I've got some old world coins, so I think we
Oh wait,
split
how
them.
many coins do we have? Another 10,000. Who make?
Well, that's silver.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
giving them a
10,000 is
long
silver.
work day here. I'll say he'll charge you 1 gold piece for the 10,000 silver conversion.
Okay.
So just whoever, just I guess Grinkle or Grinkle pay him a silver or a gold, and he'll convert all that for you. So we could just say that's converted. Now this is the stuff you want to sell underneath, right?
Yes.
Okay. So give me a persuasion for that.
Fancy wine, I'm not sure. We had a bunch of those. I left 7 bottles in camp just for us, and the 30 I want to sell, I'm not sure how much they will sell for.
Can I also try to roll
Yeah, you're
this one as well?
bardic again.
I'll say the fancy wine. I have to come up with a price, so give me a sec.
It's
Okay.
the one we found in
Sorry, guys.
So
where the
15.
dark crystal was.
The catacombs, whatever it is.
So yeah, you talk to a bunch of people in the caravan, and I'll say 15. That would be about. I'll say 80% price. So you're able to sell that stuff for 80% the listed price. Which I know is annoying math, but
Let me do that.
if you want to just add them all up and times it by 0.8 or
I'll do
something.
that.
Fancy wine. You have 30 of those. I'll say 5 gold pieces each, so another 150 times 0.8. Or however many you want to sell.
We still have 7 bottles left, so I will sell all of this. 50, 600. I'm doing some math. 600. And fancy wine was how much each?
5 gold per bottle.
5 gold.
Which it looks like there's 30 there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What about that uncut diamond? Because
Oh.
remember, we could get more money out of it if we cut it.
True. I'm not sure anyone in the group is proficient with jeweler's kits or jeweler kit, but I guess you could pay someone to cut it.
Maybe just the 600 is fine.
Okay, so this is. Um, okay,
so while
and
he's
we are
doing-
6, right? So it will be 533 gold each.
We all get 533.
Yes. After we sell everything at 80%. And this is if we split it 6 ways. So it would include patchwork.
How much is
Okay.
that altogether?
533.
All right, I'll add it to patchwork sheet.
And what I want to do, because now 533, so this.
Is it weird that that's exactly how much money I had just before you gave me that? Is that like
Yes.
some crazy coincidence?
Yeah, I think the world's gonna end in 2012. I think
I
that's
actually had
about-
533 gold. What the fuck?
Wow.
It's like a magic trick.
Do
It's
people,
literal card.
Lou, do people use platinum pieces around here? Well, in the
Rich
world.
people do. Because yeah,
Because
platinum.
I do.
Go
Oh, no.
ahead.
I do have like 1,000 gold. Is it heavy?
So it should calculate it if you're putting it in the coin spot on
Yeah,
your
I
sheet.
do.
But every 50 coins equal 1 pound.
It would be like it's like 20 pound of coins. Like it's not really. Can I just convert it to platinum? Some of them, like 1,000, so I leave with 193.
How much do we get patchwork? 533, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll say, how would you convert these to platinum? Like just asking around the market?
Well, I think I would try to like do I understand how it works? I've never done it. Maybe ask
So usually,
Blackwater, someone
oh,
who do they have like PP dealers there?
so
I'm
the
sure Blackwater
marketplace,
They have what?
platinum piece dealers.
Oh.
They don't really have anyone who specifically trades. Well, I mean, some of the more expensive stuff, like they would have platinum. You're pretty sure that Blackwater would have some platinum as well. I'll say if you ask him, he'd be willing to convert your money for you, so you could trade
Yeah,
him gold
I
for
will.
platinum.
I would ask. I just don't want to go around with 20 pounds of gold.
That's fine. So yeah, you can.
So it is divided by 10, right? In
Yes,
platinum pieces.
every gold or 10 gold is 1 platinum.
Okay, so I'll have 100 platinum instead of 1,000 gold.
Alright, so let me keep going through the list.
Oh my god, it's so much easier, so much less weight now on me.
I would like to do that as well.
Sure, we'll say Blackwater is willing to convert your stuff for you.
So take off 1,000 gold at 100 platinum.
Yeah, if you're going to do that. So let's see, who was I up to? Kaladin. I assume you're doing more research for the week.
Yeah, but
Or
Just-
sorry,
oh, sorry.
Calroon, not Kaladin.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing more research when I go over to Blackwater to exchange the gold to platinum. I'm going to ask if I could use his library again, and instead of doing more research on the deck, I'm going to actually be looking at some other spells that might help me when I level up.
So you're trying to do research to learn a new spell?
Yeah,
Okay.
just kind of give it like that story aspect for when I level up, and it's not like I just have a new spell.
Okay. Well, I can give you some extra spells if you're spending money on researching them. Yeah. I mean, you learn the leveling up spells from doing like your own private research during your journeys. So if you want to research to learn more spells, we could do that. So we'll say that's 7 days for that. And you already have a project you're working on, the deck project?
Yeah, the Deck of Wonder. I was actually going to be going to the caravan here the next day to actually see if they have ingredients for me to make it.
And that research was to learn the recipe, right?
Yeah, we already had the recipe written down. I learned it in the previous library.
So what were you doing research on exactly?
Just more research on the Deck of Wonders and learning the spells.
I think you got some. I think for the deck we didn't have the recipe. I think you were like learning it.
Yeah, usually if you're doing research on like something like that, it would be to learn the recipe, unless you have it in the list of stuff somewhere. Because once you have the recipe, you don't need to do research to make it. You just need the ingredients.
Okay.
Well, how many days do you have towards that?
I haven't started a counter for it.
Okay, well, you spent 1 day on it. So far, I'm just putting it in the research tab, and you paid 50 gold pieces, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I have that project. And you wanted to start a second project to learn to figure out spells?
Yeah, I was actually thinking of a specific spell as well.
Okay. What spell did you want to learn?
Banishment.
Okay, so 4th level. That would be a higher level. So I'll say... Well, you'd have to do another 50 gold for a new project for that. For the library. So if you want to subtract that, and I'll just put that you are researching banishment. Okay. And that will probably require at least 4 pieces of lore, because it's a 4th level spell. So it might take you a little while to finish that, depending on how well you roll.
Okay.
Yeah, because higher level spells are not as easy to research. But alright, I got that down for you as another project in the downtime activities. Okay. Kaladin, you're doing the stuff with patchwork, right?
Yeah, and as far as caravan stuff, I'll be with Grinko looking for magic items.
But you're not actually spending downtime on the magical items thing. You're just kind of hanging out.
No, I would like to buy magic items. There's specific magic items I'm looking for.
All right, so if you do that, you cannot put days towards learning Primordial.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're doing... are you assisting him on that, or are you doing your own project?
Well, it depends. Can I assist him and still get my own magic items?
Let's talk as a team here and see what magic items we need and want. And then if like we're only looking for 1 or 2, and they're like, and you can grab them, Cal, then we don't have to do separate ones. Does that make sense? But if we're looking to grab like 5 or 6, then I'll do my own. You do your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're assisting him, you'd both roll, and I'd take the higher. If you're doing your own, you'd have separate rolls. So you'd have more options.
Yeah, so what magic items are we trying? Who's trying to get one? Like, because Grinkle doesn't like have anything specific. He's gonna grab, so he's not like looking for his own. So he's just helping out the team here.
Yeah.
What ones am I trying to grab? So Cal,
well, okay, I will assist
you. You want some, eh?
Yeah. I want.
Which ones are you looking for?
+1 uncommon short sword.
Okay.
And if possible, I was gonna ask.
Is that a magic item? +1s are magic items?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're definitely magic. Yeah.
Okay. Like including crossbow bolts, because that was something I did actually maybe want.
Yeah. +1 stuff
Okay,
is.
never mind.
Those are all magical items.
But
about
if you just get a +1 crossbow, then all of your normal bolts will shoot at +1.
Right, but then if I have a +1 crossbow already with +1 bolts, I was just thinking about it. Anyways, I didn't know they were magic items. But okay, so those are 2 things. Let's go around. Rob, do you need magic items?
So-
I would really love a magical shield.
Okay, maybe a
So-
magic, like just +1. You mean?
Generally speaking, you just have
Personally.
to. You'll find random stuff when you look. You can't always
Yeah,
get a certain thing.
Right. I guess I just wanted a bit of a list, so when we go, we can kind of like if we wanted to. Okay. Nil, did you want magic items? Anything you wanted us to try to look for
Yeah,
while we're
well, I think
shopping?
it's just random. So, if
Yeah, it's
Come
if-
with
kinda
us with
random.
money ready to
Okay.
spend. How about that? Come with us ready to spend your money. We'll see what we can find.
yeah, I can go help. Or
Okay.
like,
Is it
yeah,
easier to
so-
just see first what they have, Lou?
Yeah,
no, we
that's
got
why I'm
Rob.
going down the
Okay.
list. So
Understand.
Kaladin, you're
Yeah.
working on that with him. So you don't have to pay extra money. It's just there's only going to be so many items you'll.
I've already
find.
paid. Cal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nil, did you figure out what you want to do yet?
Yeah, I'll come with my money with them. I'll go
I
with
mean,
them.
for your downtime.
Bring your
project.
money.
You don't have to be with them to do that.
Okay.
You
Why
could,
don't?
you can work on religious orders for the town if you don't have anything to do. I mean, whatever you want, whatever you think you do in this
You
week.
upgrade like our camp somehow or something? Like start working on that or anything like a day towards making our camp look less
Yeah, I
shitty?
mean, can I help him build it? Because I'm quite big. Could I find someone who will help us build it and then help to like keep the cost down if I join in as well?
All right, I'll come back to you. I think
Okay.
I have everyone. So that's right. You guys were trying to build a stronghold. So let me look at something.
Yeah, you want to front some of the labor costs, they know?
Yeah, exactly. They need
Yeah,
me to move
yeah.
bricks. I can move twice as many bricks as a regular sized man.
Yeah,
And
well,
for
if
1
the
minute, I
bag
can
of
move
holding
4
for a
times
day-
as many bricks.
If I give you the
And
bag
it's
of
7
holding
foot
for a
tall.
day,
Wait, is it called a stronghold? No, what's it called?
Bastion.
Bastion. Why do they call it a bastion?
Cool. What does it give us, Nell? Do you know? Like, have you looked into it or?
Oh
is it
yeah,
just
I had a
later?
quick look at the rules. There's a bunch of like we can build individual buildings in it,
Oh, cool.
depending on like special buffs.
Like different
we
rooms
want
kind of
to do.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
Any in mind you saw? I don't even know what what it is.
no. So we need to build like the main bit first, and then we
Like
can
just
build.
the structure.
Yes. So
Okay.
basic facilities.
What do we got?
In 4-foot squares.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the price.
Yeah. And then there's like the special. That's where we can have Iara work as like a magic item procurer, and we can make like an alchemy lab for Melody.
All
We
right.
could.
We should get that imp over here that we,
So you can do basically like a smaller cramped bastion for 500 gold, a roomy one for 1,000, or a vast one for 3,000. And it takes 20 days, 45 days, or 125 days, respectively.
start with a small one.
So cramped.
Is there? I don't know. I don't. What do you guys think? Like, is there?
No, I think we need to take the biggest one. At least like we're all
Vast.
gonna chip in, right? But then
Yeah.
of course like Bastion it will probably take more than this campaign will last to build.
Yeah, that's what I.
Vast is 125
What's the
days.
campaign, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the point if it's gonna take so long. Like, yeah, we can probably like we will probably be on a different continent fighting gods by that time when it finishes.
Let's do a small one.
Yeah, so we have
Let's
to
do it small and just
like,
even
let's
see what it
let's do
is, and then
like a PO box, like something.
All
Well,
right.
We can always put add-ons later.
So to give you an
Yeah.
idea, like Blackwater's mansion would be like a roomy bastion. Cramped is like
Oh, and that's
a couple of small houses, basically.
Yeah, I think that should be
Yeah.
fine then.
Okay. So you basically hire an architect.
like a sleepover with bunk
Yeah.
beds, you know?
I have calligraphy supplies, so I can help draw up the plans. Or proficiency with them.
Or title
And
them
I can
anyways.
help build it.
Okay. So this is going to be 20 days.
Like a dice game set, does that help with building a house?
No,
Well, it might help cheating the builders at lunchtime.
it's
Just
true.
Money.
Although they might be annoyed if we just take all the money we're paying them every day.
Yeah.
The rules of the game, sorry.
Why do you keep rolling sixes?
I couldn't tell you, bye.
Just making some notes on the project.
How come my
Calroon,
dice
you
don't do
getting
sixes?
any magic items, Calroon, you think? Any you looking
He's
for?
researching.
Or just like a
Ooh.
general, I'm just wondering what people like curious what people are looking for. Because right now, the one thing I guess was the bolts I was thinking. I know I have a list of stuff. They're all kind of useful, but
Who's paying the 200 gold or 500 gold for this?
I will be paying it, or we could split
Whoa.
it. But
No, I
if
think
I'm building
that-
it, do I get a reduction in cost? If I can show that I'm a...
Yeah.
What skills do you have that would help build?
Okay, so I have
Strength.
calligraphy supplies, so I can help draw up the plans. I have strength 15. I have powerful build or large build, which allows me to carry twice as much as a similarly sized man.
Nil's job
And I'm
interview.
7 foot tall.
So they pretty much have the stuff they need to build. The architect has people he works through. I guess give me a persuasion if you want to try to be like, hey, I'll help for a week.
At Bardic, Nil? Oh, to it.
I'm gonna say he just wants the 500. He doesn't really need help building the place, but you're welcome to like stand around and tell him like how you want it to look. If you want to like RP that you're, making sure it's built correctly.
Yeah, I'll be the I'll wear the hard hat. I'll be the site
The
site
foreman.
overseer. Yeah,
All right.
stand there with my hands on my hips, pointing at things.
All right, building the tower over here. All right.
Hard
yeah.
job. Hard
So
job.
would they accept the old world money? Because I can just use that.
Yeah, they'll accept old world
Yeah.
coin. He's fine
Yeah,
with that.
cool. So I will pay that as well. Cool. That's 500. Ready for the house. Cool.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize there is a character slot that I completely missed for the things. Sorry, I don't even know how my own thing works. Okay. Just getting the sheet done. All right, so you hire the architect, and I think we're ready to pass the week. Getting confused on some of this stuff. All right, so that would go until the 28th of fall. And for the individual projects, I guess I'll start with Grinkle. So you were...
This is the rest of the time after the caravan, like the 6 other days or whatever?
Well,
this would be another 7 days.
Oh, after... Did we level up now, though, or sorry? Sorry.
I'll do the level up after I pass the week in case something happens.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
This is like separate from all the magic items and stuff.
Yeah.
downtime?
Well, I'm doing the magical items now. There's some rolls we have to make.
Okay. Well, I just wasn't sure if that was my downtime. I thought you were saying it counted for my downtime to do that.
Yeah, this is your downtime. This is what you were doing. So you and Kaladin, give me persuasion checks.
Can I Bardic Kaladin?
For downtime activities, there's no adjustments on these, just because of how powerful the stuff you get from doing this, usually. Okay, well.
Come on, I got that sailor charm to me.
Apparently not.
Yeah, these guys are city folk, maybe. They don't really appreciate it.
They don't
Yeah.
appreciate your
Seems to.
nautical.
How about
wow.
that?
Let's go.
That's
He's a
pretty
sweet
good.
talker right there.
Alright.
That's
Yeah,
really
sorry,
good.
this is my disabled cousin. I usually bring him along for good charity and,
For good
and
luck.
goodwill. Yeah,
Literally
and
my cousin.
It's like it's a new project we're doing, helping hands, you know. So give us a good deal.
Connecting sailors.
Alright.
To...
27. Nice. Alright, roll a d4, please. I gotta look up table F to see what you got.
4.
Okay. So you would find 4 magical items for sale.
As long as it's not another sword that's gonna kill me from my own team, I'm pretty happy.
Give me a
I don't know what you're
D100
talking
roll.
Here we go, guys.
98, 98.
That's all you
And I
need.
can Bardic? No, I'm kidding.
No.
No.
Oh, right in the middle.
Okay.
Let me roll 2, Luke. Come on, it's a good roll.
Well, you get
27.
4 rolls.
Oh,
So that was the
do you want me to do
first
them now?
one. Go ahead and give me a second D100 roll.
here we go.
19. Oh, someone's gonna like this. Third roll. 7.
Ah. Okay, hold on. Let me. I reloading my page to get that dice, generator refreshed.
Hey, you found my boots. That's my boots.
Yeah, someone's selling Rob's boots. Rob's like, wait, where'd my boots go?
Familiar. I recognize this smell anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
Ah.
I mean, actually, these aren't bad. Doesn't have to be
Not bad
high
at
as
all.
good.
Okay.
So you do find a guy selling some magical weapons. And you said, was there a specific magical weapon you were looking for?
Sorry. I didn't
Short sword.
Okay, so
sword.
yeah, he
And
does
then if
have
he's got
a-
some crossbow bolts around, maybe that's part of it.
He would just have a couple of weapons. So I'll say he does have a short sword +1. So those are the 4 items you got. Or those are the 4 items that you can buy.
You put him in a list there, the 4.
Yeah.
Rod of the
Whatever.
Pack Keeper. What's that? Did anyone
don't-
want that?
I don't think we
Fine,
have ever
that's-
bought a magical item so far, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
how much do they cost.
Yeah, and I have some magical items we can trade in. Like I've got a Moon Touch short sword, if they want to take that to trade, and some splint cast off armor.
Alright, so
That,
those are
yeah.
the items that you rolled that you found in the caravan.
Okay. And then I would know that we probably only really want those first 2. Like Rob, that sentinel shield's pretty much what you were asking for, eh?
I
something anyways?
think this is something that
I thought
Gringo,
Nil
that
wanted the sentinel
Nil
shield.
wanted it very much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
help me
Okay,
too.
sweet. Okay, so
Oh,
we'll
that's
just aim for those 2. And we don't even have a warlock, eh, for the Pack Keeper?
No.
No.
But I definitely want the +1 weapon.
Okay. So
But I really
Yeah,
doubt.
so
we're
yeah,
gonna
so
be
I
able to
let him
afford
know. I
this.
go, hey, we're thinking about this sword and this shield here. Good combo. What would this run us?
Alright, so did you want to trade, or did you want to just pay in gold?
I guess like how much would it be in gold? Like, because we do want to trade, but if
So,
like, are these like
I'll
tens of
ask-
$1,000s in gold or?
okay,
I'll ask
so
Neil if he'll allow me to trade the Moon Touch short sword for.
Yeah, you can take the Moon Touch short sword and the splint cast of armor.
Okay, we got those two, and that's it, eh? I think.
Yeah.
That's what I have for trade. Yeah.
Could maybe give up that rod if maybe, but it's kind of useful.
It is useful.
so these are the prices he gives you for those two.
Okay, and so if we trade that cast off splint mail and the Moon Touched short sword for the Sentinel shield, how much cheaper would it be?
So being commons, he wouldn't be interested in trading for those. He would just be looking for uncommons or higher rarity.
What is
Okay.
it? Cast of splint.
He's the magic guy. He
Uncommon.
wouldn't. He doesn't
Oh,
want
is
these
it?
at all.
Actually,
I think so.
let me check that.
Thought it was. Sorry, I might
I mean,
be
you
wrong.
might be right. It is armor.
Would he be interested in recipes? Is that crazy? Like, cause we have a Sentinel Field recipe. Can we get those
Well,
up?
no, because then we can make another one if we can
Oh,
find
okay.
someone
Okay,
to
okay.
do it as well. So we could have more than one.
Now, cast off armor is common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. my
Now,
bad.
what about trading for the short sword? Does that help with the short sword at all, or no?
Those
Yeah,
are
can we
both
like just trade
those
them
are
for
both
some gold anyway?
uncommon items. So
Can we just sell them to him though? Like even like
the
regardless of
cast
this?
off.
Yeah, but like at least we're thinking of like we're never gonna use them again. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. So it's what type of armor is it?
Splint.
Okay.
And then maybe we
This
don't
is
have to sell the
splint.
sword, but I don't know if we'll ever use that armor again, eh, guys?
No.
Splint
No,
armor is
but
kind of
we can keep the
expensive, isn't
sword
it?
maybe if he's not gonna, if he doesn't really want that. I don't know.
Splint
What
mail.
sword is it? Can I see it? What sword is it?
It's a Moon Touch sword.
Green could use that.
So he'll say he'll give you 50 gold pieces for the two items towards the purchase.
Oh yeah, it just shows light, eh? Yeah. Well, I guess is everyone cool with
So it'd
that?
be
Maybe,
450.
Yeah, 450 for those two items.
Neil, do you have that, or do you want someone to help you pay for it?
Like I don't. Yeah, we don't mind. Like. Yeah.
Yeah,
would
I
you
can
like,
do
Neil?
that.
All right, so Neil, you're giving him 450 gold.
Yep, and the things. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
So
And then
he,
Cal, you're gonna take the sword.
Yeah, I'll pay the 100 for the sword.
Nice.
Okay, so
I
go
guess
ahead.
I'll ask how much for those boots.
The boots.
Why not? How are they good at all? Let me look them up.
Yeah, they're actually very good. In
Yeah,
case
like,
you want to
maybe
be
I could-
nimble and
Does
you want
anyone
to be
else?
able to
Yeah.
move around. I think
Yeah,
even
yeah.
for
These
Kaladin they
boots,
would be
these
wonderful.
boots.
So that's what he gives you for the boots. The price.
Ooh.
I can tell you they have been very useful for me, but they're quite pricey.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
They don't come into play every time, but when they do, like remember how I was jumping and on those towers for those hobgoblins and stuff. They can certainly help you. But I don't
Because
know.
your speed
Kaladin,
becomes 30. Does that mean if mine are 35, they go down my speed?
No, it just means it says unless you're.
What
Oh,
becomes
unless you're walking.
30? No, I think the jumping thing is
Just
better.
jump
So
3
you can
times,
spend 10 feet of your movement to jump 30 feet. So if you have 30 feet of movements, you would be able to move 50. So you would jump 30 and then move 20.
How often are we going to be using gold here? Like, I know that sounds stupid, but like, when are we going to see another magic guy?
Sure, I'll buy the boots.
All right.
Because I was
so
thinking too, if you don't want Cal, I could probably use them too.
Kaladin,
don't
you
want-
pay
if you don't
him
really want 'em.
400 for it.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and
Do we
add those.
haggle like 20, 50 gold off this three magic item purchase here? Oxo
the
style?
vendor isn't really interested in haggling just because these items are so
No,
specialized.
no one's interested in haggling. That's why you do it.
Some people live
No.
that
These
way.
are like basically he's gonna say this is as price as listed. If you don't like it, then he'll just
Wow.
take it to the capital to sell to the
Yeah,
nobles.
leaving a bad review, man. That's what
So
I tell him.
did I get the Sentinel shield?
Would
Is that
not
what?
bargain. Yeah, I think you did. You paid the 450,
Correct.
right?
Did.
Yeah, I did.
Paladin,
Okay.
you get the short sword.
Now,
Nil, grab the sentinel
Now
shield.
tremble. Now, Lou, you have to
Paladin.
tremble because Nil will have something like 25 passive perception, something like that.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's 20.
That's not the highest passive perception I've had in my groups. So,
Wow.
Okay.
all right. So that's all done, right? Can I move
Yeah.
on to the
No more
next
magic items.
project?
And then Nil or Lou, sorry, because there's a caravan. If there's just items like normal items to buy, could we have? Is that like something we can just do? Like
I
ourselves?
mean, yeah. Like, what are you trying to buy? If it's normal stuff in the book, then yeah, you could just buy it for book price.
That's it. Just like little things like pitons and rations and stupid things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Lou.
have bought that
Yeah.
stuff before the caravan was in town.
But this is more fun this way,
Okay.
and I didn't think of it till now.
Lou, like, was this our group's role for magical items, or was it only Grinkle's role for magical items?
It was Grinkle because it was his project.
Because I don't really have much to do myself, so I would look around for magical items myself, and I'm looking for some magical shield, if possible, because I don't really have much else to do.
Sure. Do you want to say you did 100 gold to look as well?
Yes, I would spend
Alright.
100 gold.
Let me
Do that.
put that project in. So I guess I could take out Grinkle, or wait. Yeah, I guess Grinkle did his, so I'll say, Rob is buying magical items as well, and you pay 100 gold, right, Rob?
Yes.
Okay. So let me get back to you though. I want to do Calroon. Were you doing the deck of many things, or were you researching banishment for this week, Calroon?
I'm going to be researching banishment for this week.
Okay. So for research, you paid the 50 gold for the library, and you said you didn't want any help because you can pay up to 300 extra gold to gain a +6 bonus to your roll. But you said you were, because rolling higher could get you more pieces of lore.
I would, Cal, if it's a problem with money, I would love to help. I haven't spent my money really, so if you need, let's get you some stuff.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pay that, and that would be what you said, 300 gold
Yeah,
pieces.
so 350 total if you paid for the assistance.
So that would be 35 platinum pieces.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, then yeah, I'll go ahead and take 35 platinum pieces out, and I'll do that.
All right, so give me an intelligence check with a what is it, +6 bonus.
Right. Please roll good for me.
All right, 22, not bad. That would get you 3 pieces of lore. So you would learn the spell Banishment. You do still have to pay for the ink to scribe it into your spell book, but you do know the process. You know like how much it costs to scribe a spell, right?
For a 4th level spell, we did it before with the scrolls. I'm trying to remember, but it's not coming to me off the top of my head.
I want to say it's 50 gold pieces per level. It might be 100 though. I'd have to look up Wizard.
Didn't we have someone making us ink? Do we have any more of that?
But yeah,
Or is that
basically, since you're in town, you don't have to use ink. You can just use gold. You just have to look up how much it costs to scribe banishment. But you have basically the information for it. You just need to put it in your spell book. It's kind of like taking all your notes together and like compressing them into like what needs to go in your spell book. So if you want to just look that up for wizard, but that completes your project.
That's awesome, Cal. I feel like I've never actually heard someone getting a spell before. So, good job.
So that is complete.
Nice. So 3 magic items and a spell in this downtime. That's pretty sick, actually. We're gonna be much stronger now.
Okay, we got that. All right, Rob. So I need a persuasion check from you for
Can
your
I be
downtime
assisted?
project. Huh?
Can I be assisted?
I think everyone else is busy during this time. Everyone else is working on because they would have to use downtime to assist you.
What about Carter? Could Carter help him?
No.
I guess. Sure, Carter would be willing to help if you want to ask him. I mean, he's not really great at,
Well,
persuasion.
neither am I, so.
Alright, so the two gruff fighters are trying to bargain. Go ahead, roll for Carter.
Can I do it from strength?
No, you can't. You can't muscle magical items out of people. It would just be persuasion. Do you want to roll for Carter, Kaladin,
Yeah, I can do that.
or whoever has
Ah, can I,
Carter? It'd just be a charisma check, I think.
For Carter to do what?
He's helping with this downtime project because he wasn't really doing anything.
Do you want me to like pull up his sheet and roll for him?
Or whoever has
I
a sheet.
think I have access to him. Let me do that. I'll just.
Oh, apparently Carter's
Not
got some
bad.
friends. Also, if you have social contacts, this is a place you can use them, I think. Actually, I have to look into that. Don't quote me on that. All right, so
Does
18.
that count for my spy? Oh, I don't have that anymore, eh? Never mind. No longer a spy.
Yeah, let's see. This list is too big. Where's buying a magical item? Why can I? There it is. All right, so we got 18 on the persuasion. So give me a D4 roll. Rob, whenever you have a moment.
I did.
You did? I'm
Yeah, I
not
got
seeing
three.
it. Did I disconnect?
Can't you
Hang
see?
on a sec.
Right after Carter's roll, there's rolling D4 3.
Oh, that's weird. I don't see it on the stream. I only see it on here. All right, so would you roll a 3? Give me 3 D100 rolls.
Come on. Come on. No!
Okay,
Legendary one.
so this is the stuff you get. Just gonna put it all together. And 9. Okay. So potion of invisibility and 2 potions of supreme healing.
Well,
You find a guy doing some potions as a part of what he's selling.
how much is a potion of supreme healing and how much does it heal?
That is a good question.
Never seen one. It's 10d4 plus 20, so that's really a huge one.
Potion of supreme healing is a very rare. It's a potion. Oh. Actually, I think healing potions have a different price. Let me just check on that. Could have sworn they did. Maybe not. Okay. This is a consumable.
And then we thinking of going to the halls of Tarsus after this, guys? Is that?
Yeah, I think we will go to Isik, right?
Oh.
After all of this, we will go and try to
So
take Blood Hand and everyone.
the supreme healing potions are 5,000 gold each.
Thank
Wow.
you very much.
Are you serious?
Invisibility might be a little
What
cheaper.
potion place did you go to, Rob? You went to the wrong one, man.
I think invisibility is
Yeah.
rare. That
No,
would
he
be...
went to an upmarket one. All the potions are in fancy bottles. They serve them with
upscale.
like smoking. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we sent the
Tiny
two
portion
buff guys. They
sizes.
don't know where to look.
Okay, so the invisibility potion is 2,000 gold. If you're interested in that one. Because yeah, these are fairly rare items. Alright, so I assume you don't want any of those?
No,
Okay.
thank you very much.
No, thank you. Okay. Who else had a downtime project? I think that was everyone.
Well, I was just standing around with the builders. But would it be worth me like going to have a look as well, paying 100 gold and giving it another go?
You can
think
if
it
you
might-
want.
That's probably better than me just standing around with the builders, right? Yeah, because they're working on it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Alright, so you're gonna pay 100 gold pieces.
Yep. And I have a HR contact. Can I use them to help me look around?
Yeah. Hang
It's,
on, I just...
from the funeral rites I did with that guy. Maybe I met like a trader at the funeral of one of the Blackwater scouts.
Alright, yeah, just give me one moment here. Okay. So this is going to be nil. You paid 100 gold pieces and you're calling in your favor from the contact?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's a market trader I met at the
So
funeral
I'll
for the
give you a
Blackwater
+2 circumstance bonus to this roll with the help of your
Okay.
guy.
Cool.
So go ahead and give me a persuasion check. So you're seeing what else is being sold here.
Oh.
Ooh, that is not as good. Let me see the results of that. So you got a 7. Okay, D4, please. Four.
Yep. Is it the D100?
So 4D100 rolls. Okay.
Oh. Double 34.
Glitch.
Interesting.
74 is pretty good.
It's kind of random, actually. Rolling high. Well, some tables rolling high is better, but so that's what you find with your talking to people. You do find some of that ammunition +1 that Grinkle was looking for. 40 of them, in
Ooh.
fact. Dust of Disappearance and a potion of water breathing. The potion of water breathing, I believe, is uncommon, so that's going to be fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'll find it.
Potion of water breathing. Yeah, it's uncommon. So what do you want any of those?
Well, I think Grinkle would want the ammunition.
It depends, yeah, how much are they?
And the Dust of Disappearance is actually not awful. That's actually kind of awful as well.
So you want all 40 of those? Like bolt size?
Well, how much? How much are they? He's on the price. Your vendor.
Those would be 200 GP for the 40. Oh,
For
wait.
all of them? Yeah, I'll grab them.
Sorry, 400 GP for the 40. I forgot there's,
Yeah,
because usually it'd be 20.
I'll grab them. I would love to. Why not?
Okay, so go ahead and minus the gold and add them to your inventory.
Yeah, sorry, Lou, you said 400 in total?
Yeah, 400 GP for the 40
That
plus
leaves
1.
me with 666 gold. That's the curse.
Yeah. Did anyone buy the potion of water breathing or the dust of disappearance?
No.
Okay, so that's all you guys want from him.
Nice.
Gotcha. Okay. Cal, did you figure out how much it costs to scribe your spell?
No.
I think it should be under Wizard if you want to look in the compendium. I can look it up for you.
I just pulled up the sheet right now. I'm looking at it.
Let's see. Wizard. Spell casting. So transcribing a spell takes 2 hours and 50 GP for each level. Yeah, so it'd be 8 hours and basically 200 gold in inks if you don't have magical ink already. Like I said, because you're in a city or because you're in a settlement, you don't have to worry about buying inks. Doru will sell them to you for the 50 per level.
All right. I'm gonna erase the 200 gold.
Okay, and you can say you've scribed banishment. So that spell you get, in addition to what you get for leveling up.
That is
Alright.
awesome, dude. It's a good spell.
Yes, it is a very good spell.
Was crossbow bolts +1 an item in the compendium? Or like
It's
I can't
probably
find
under
it.
+1 ammunition,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
or like ammunition +1 or something like
Yeah,
that.
okay, let me try that. Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what it was.
Okay, so that is complete. That was nil buying magical items. Just want to get rid of some of these projects that are done already. Keep this somewhat clean. Alright, so you're still doing your research on the Deck of Wonder.
Yep.
Grinkle is still learning alchemist supplies. Okay, I'm just gonna make this look neat because I have vexes me. All right, there we go. Everything's nice and tidy. All right, so yeah, let me just do a quick roll for complications as the week is passing. Nope, you guys are good, so go ahead and level up.
Awesome.
Sorry, that took a
Sweet.
while.
Nice.
All right, let me look up what I get.
Actually, let's do the break while we're doing this.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Ooh, yeah. I get to do something cool.
Okay, I'm back. I'm going to initiate level up.
Yeah,
You
I
know
was
how
having
to link the bolt to your crossbow in the new?
You'll probably just make a new attack.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
make
so, like-
a new macro that uses the bolts.
Okay.
Are you using the old sheet or the new sheet?
New sheet.
Ooh, I don't know
So
how
I
to do
don't
that.
know how, or if it has ammunition usage. You
No,
might.
it never has. I've always been like subtracting it
Okay.
myself. Like, or I've never.
So
But
yeah, you could just make a macro
uh,
that has a +1 to the attack and damage and call it like
okay,
+1, whatever,
with
with
the,
+1
okay.
ammo. That'd be the easiest way. There might be a way to do ammunition on the new sheet. I haven't looked into it at all, so I don't know yet.
Okay, it's okay. I'll just make one here.
What's average roll for a D10? Is it just 6 hit points?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be 6
Plus
plus
con.
con.
So 8. I get 8 more hit points. So we go from 45 to 53. I have almost as much as I used to have with aid, without aid.
Wow.
Nice.
My hit points are so little. My character is super squishy.
It's okay. I took a new spell. I took healing.
And Grinkle, you should not forget to give us inspiring speech every
Well,
morning for like
I'll think about
10
it.
hit points or whatever you're gonna have.
Well,
Maybe.
now people get aid at 4th level. So
Oh yeah, that's plus 15.
Oh, that is so good.
yeah, and because I leveled up, I was able to change my stage spell to False Life, so I was able to start with 10 HP as well.
But again, like you may not need to do it if Crinkle.
Yeah, but I get 1 free 1 a day, so.
Hmm.
Okay, so first I get a fighting style.
My 2 spells of my subclass are Wall of Fire and Arcane Eye, but I will not be casting them because aid is more important.
There's a button in damage automatically hits. Should I just click that or every time?
That just rolls damage automatically.
Blue's still here, yeah.
One thing we should also do after we go back into the halls is see if we can get someone to work on making that housing for the crystal while the caravan's still here. In the last 2 weeks of the caravan.
I think dueling is the one I'm looking at. No. The 2-weapon fighting.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Why did that roll 3 times?
Oh.
Wait. What the hell?
I think they changed this one. Lunging attack. Have you seen Paladin?
I have
Because
not.
lunging attack used to be just reach for 1 attack, right? Like lunging attack used to be reach, which was not very good. But now lunging attack gives as a bonus action, you can expand 1 superiority die and take a dash action. So it gives fighter a dash action as a bonus.
As a bonus.
Opportunity for, and I'm gonna take it. Like so many times I just could not reach, like, and now I can.
Yeah.
So good.
Does it add the damage to the attack, or is it just bonus
Yes.
action attack?
And it still adds the damage if I hit.
Wow, that's
Afterward.
great. I think if I do take fighter to the 3rd level, I was thinking to just do Eldritch Knight, just for shield, basically. Like 2 shields a day, basically.
Nice.
Because I can deflect certain attacks, but other attacks, you know, if it does certain damage, I can't deflect it, so might as well use shield instead. But I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to take fighter all the way to 3rd level, maybe just 2nd.
One thing I was confused about is it was letting me do this because I used the Tome of Understanding on myself. It like uncapped my wisdom. So can I raise it above that? Above 20 ASIs?
Not above 20. No, you cannot have above 20 unless some special feature or special
You
magical
can with the Tome of Understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tome of Understanding increases your cap to 22.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
So if you get an ASI later, you can still get that wisdom
then
bump, and then you'll be at wisdom 22 instead of just wisdom 20.
Okay.
Cannot figure this out.
Yeah,
that
I
seems
wish I
quite
knew
good.
more about the new sheet, but I just don't like it as much. It's too complicated and doesn't have the
It
simple
doesn't
core
load.
features.
It didn't load for me sometimes, which made updating it very annoying.
I don't really like this newer sheet as much either. Can't organize it.
So I will go up to 67 hit points with aid. What will you
wow.
be hitting with the aid?
With a
No,
4th
sorry,
level aid,
67 with
Yeah.
8? Or would it
I'll
be
be at
67?
70. With an 8, I'll be at 70, which is crazy.
Okay.
Like a 4th level.
With 8, I will be at 96.
Hey,
And
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Sorry, just real quick. I know we were talking at work the other day about that 4th level spell that allow me to bring a golem into the fight. What was the name of that spell?
I think it's Summon Construct. There should be multiple summon spells on the 4th level list. Summon Construct is the golem that you were wanting. But you're
Okay.
gonna wanna, while the caravan is in town, it requires a component that costs 400 gold pieces. But it's not expendable, so like once you have the component, you can always cast the spell. And I can help you if you need more gold for that. I can help you buy it. It's like a
Thank you.
lockbox, I think. Like a 4. Do you see it in the spell description? 400 gold piece, like lockbox or something like that.
I'm looking for this spell right now.
It's definitely in there if you're looking at 4th level spells.
There's Conjure Minor Elemental.
It's summon, not conjure.
I know.
The conjures are different. They're like AoE spells, basically.
Blood Tentacle. Conjure. Shape. Hmm.
Okay, so I need Vex and Nick. Vex.
Alright, how are we doing?
I am almost done.
Oh, and I realized, not sure if I'm sharing my books. Let me make sure I'm sharing those.
Oh, yeah, don't use the level up feature on the sheet. You're gonna have to custom, like manually do it, remember?
Okay.
We had to build your sheet manually, so you're gonna have to level it up manually.
Oh, does he have the old sheet?
Yeah, he's still got the
Yeah.
old sheet.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we all have except Grinkle. But I think
You're gonna
Grinkle
have
figured it out somehow.
Whatever.
You're basically gonna have to look up what you want in the compendium and copy and paste that stuff as features. And like with the
Okay.
spells, like you go to spells, hit the plus, and like basically copy and paste the spell description.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new sheet has gotten a lot better. I'm not saying it's great, but it might be to the point where it's a little bit easier than copy pasting everything in. Alright, I should be sharing my books now. If anyone is
think we're all,
leveling up.
Upon
we're all
level
done.
up, Robert got hit points, of course. He got finally +1 superiority dice, which is
Nice.
good. So now I have 5. And he got 2 new maneuvers. But that's pretty
What
much
are they?
it. So it was not very impactful. But 2 new maneuvers is fine as well. I like it. I will have goading attack and lunging attack. Let's see how it works.
I got a little bit of second wind and weapon mastery, which is basically a whole extra attack every round.
I think second wind for you is very good.
Yeah, I agree.
You get it 3 times, right?
Twice.
Twice. Isn't it your proficiency bonus?
No, it's it says you can use this feature twice. You regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest.
Ah, okay.
So potentially, more than, we usually take like at least 1 short
Okay,
rest.
so it's not like it looks like it is proficiency bonus, but it's just a set number of times per level. Okay, but 2 second winds, it's nice.
Your second wins are much better because you've got a lot more fighter levels. Because it's a D10 plus your fighter level.
Yeah, I almost always use them for healing.
Nil's become quite the melee character.
Yeah, my true stroke is
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
you own people now.
It's 2d8 plus 7 plus 1d6.
That is
now
awesome.
You can cast your divine strike as a reaction, by the way. Your true strike.
Can I?
Because of War Clerk?
It's a cantrip.
Or Warcaster?
Warcaster, yeah.
I don't have Warcaster anymore. I need to get that.
You don't? I thought you did.
Yeah, I swapped it for something else to get a wisdom thing. Yeah, because it was mainly the fact that before, when I had it, it was the buff spells. But like the thing is, I don't really want to use my reaction. That I want to use it for warding flare and stuff.
Yeah, true.
Is what Grinkle kind of cool thing
yeah.
Grinkle got now.
This is Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Grinkle.
Yeah. Yeah, but I only got it once a day, and it's concentration, so I might not use it like right away all the time in case I get hit immediately. It might be a more situational, but pretty fucking cool.
As a bonus action without extending spell slots. So like
Well,
once per combat, every round you just command.
Because I also have this, so I can use like a spell, like Charm Person, then do this, and then I can use bonus action command and then use another, I believe, or I can attack and then command. So there's a fucking lot I can.
Isn't Charm Person concentration as well?
Oh, it might be. Sorry, I was using an example just for an enchantment or.
Well, ironically, command isn't concentration, right?
Correct.
So you could double command, and I know that sounds silly, but the beguiling magic only works when you're expending a spell slot.
Right.
So it doesn't work with Mantle of Majesty, but if you're casting a separate spell with your action.
That's good to know. Okay, okay, I see. Yeah, true. So it wouldn't work with cantrips then, I guess? I might have done that once or twice, Faxon.
I don't think you
No, I'm just meaning that Mantle of Majesty requires to be concentrating, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Charm Person also requires concentration, so I don't see how you would get someone to be charmed while you are in this Mantle of Majesty form.
I was just using an example. Like I think
but
I
he
can
could
use
charm them with the beguiling magic feature.
Also, I think I can use.
Yeah, he could.
It's any enchantment. So I was just using the first one I saw. But yeah, I could do command again. I got Tashius, Charm Person, Vicious Mockery, and then you know what I might do because I had command as a spell, but should I just swap it out because I'll have it with this, or do you think I should keep it still?
But I think
you should keep
it automatically anyway, right?
Oh, I do unlock it automatically. Oh, so I'm yeah. You're right. I need to.
You don't have to have it. Like you just have
No,
it. You can
that's
swap
right.
it for some other spell if you have chosen it.
Good call. Let me do that.
Why do you have it automatically?
When I
think
hit
it's a
6th
subclass
level
feature.
with this subclass, you get it automatically.
Oh, yeah, that would be part
But
of
you
the
just have it unlocked.
subclass.
And I had it as a spell, so let me just swap out those. Let me just get a new
You could
spell here.
probably take some other first level spell.
Yeah, try to look
Sec-
for
yeah,
enchantment
yeah,
or
first
illusion
level.
spells that are not concentration that you can cast with your action. That way
Yeah,
you can
good call.
proc the beguiling magic.
Nice.
Illusion spell,
Okay.
that opens a lot.
A lot of options. A lot of
Right.
options. I have so much
Even,
action economy
even
now
color
too.
spray or something.
I just only don't really have reactions. I don't have any reactions, which is unfortunate. It's really all I'm missing.
Okay.
And when I hit level 2 with Rogue, I'll have so many bonus actions. It'll be crazy. Crazy.
Well, you could always go Warcaster.
You can color spray.
I was just looking at our resource location, at
Hey.
our back holding, and there is a chest there. Is there a chest with something,
Lou,
or is it
Lou, do you
just a
think you
chest?
could give me access to
Yeah,
Calroon's
Calvin,
sheet so I can
my
help him?
character. I'm gonna need a little bit of help with this. I'm a little bit lost here.
Okay.
I helped him build it the first time, so I should be able to help him just fine.
Alright, you should have access.
So we're not like talking over everybody, do you want to go into the secondary voice, Gabriel?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, we'll be right back, guys.
I wanted to do a little spring cleaning in our bag of holding, and I
Yeah.
see we have a chest there. Is it just an empty chest?
I
Do you
I think
remember?
so. I think it's like mine, because I started with one, and I didn't want it, so I think I just put it in there.
Okay.
Lol.
Fair
Fair enough.
And by the way, Rob, I'm looking at the spell list. Charm Person is not a concentration,
Is it not?
or maybe in 2024 it's not. I'm looking at the list right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
it isn't.
not. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That
Yeah,
is
so I think you just want to use
Okay.
charm.
Maybe like
Person.
Dissonant Whispers, because that's enchantment. Maybe I take like just a little damage, a little.
color spray is good. Like a nice control, and you blind a bunch of people.
It's just
and
I'm gonna be
it's-
so far now from people.
Dissonant Whispers is really good for you, especially with Rob
Yeah,
with
I
his
think so.
reaction.
Especially
Weapon.
because it'll still let me charm people, and then I can. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that one. Good call, team.
Because
Oh,
it
now
provokes
we're cooking.
opportunity attacks when you cause things to run.
Oh yeah, then Rob will just destroy them. And Nil now with all his juice there.
Yeah. Well, I
Good
will
luck,
use my
Blue.
reactions.
Huh? Good luck. I mean, I could just kill the whole party if I really wanted to. I mean, good luck.
Good luck.
You saying I can't?
Yeah,
Sounds like a challenge. Alright.
I'm saying it.
Suddenly a dragon flies down.
Yeah, yeah. Ah!
What the hell?
Yeah, let's go kill some stuff, guys. We're juiced.
Uh,
I just want to charm people so bad. Come on.
I just wanted to check something, Lee. Because I used the Tome of Understanding to raise my wisdom, and that like uncaps the wisdom, I believe. Would I be able to have a max of 22 if I wanted for at level 8 to do an ASI and put 2 into wisdom?
Yeah, because you're...
Okay.
Yeah, I believe the tome doesn't count towards your max.
Okay.
But this is great. If you, are you gonna have wisdom 22 on level 8?
Yes.
That's great. Absolute great.
It's that, or I take a half feat and put wisdom in it and get it at level 12, but depending on what the half feat is.
No, I think 22.
Yeah.
You cannot pass
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, because then that would give me 6 uses of warding flare.
Yeah. And your DC for your abilities and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. does just leave my constitution. Oh no, it's the dragon. But I've just built the structure. We didn't have time to take out dragon insurance yet.
Fuck.
I have the
But what-
forms, but
wait,
I haven't
wait,
sent them back.
Our armor 10. Okay, I charm the dragon. And go start dancing.
Abuse the dragon as well? How they tend to do. You're kind
Animal friendship.
That's-
animal husbandry.
no. Yeah, so I was
No,
reading.
no
and
initiative? Who's the DM here?
The Bastion stuff is kind of interesting.
It is interesting if it wasn't so damn long and it would kind of tie us to this location. Who knows if we are gonna even be in Char in a couple of months.
But so it starts with 2 basic facilities at the moment. Adding to it is what costs the things. Can add a basic facility, and then a special facilities you can build them. So at level 5 there's a workshop, storehouse, smithy, sanctuary, library, garden, barracks, armory, arcane study. Yeah, it seems cool, but I think you'd need more downtime for it to work. I think passing a week at a time when it takes 120 days is long.
Yeah. We should probably just buy one instead of build one. Like honestly, I think how much more expensive should it be just to buy a house or something like that?
We've already built it now. We now have a house.
Well, it's in the process because I think it's like 20 days.
Oh, it's half done.
Yeah.
The floor's level. The walls are starting to go up.
No, the walls are there now. They're gonna put in the electrics and the plumbing.
Oh, they're doing the wiring. Fair.
So that takes most of the time, you know.
Plumbing, yeah. You can have your Bastion craft stuff for you if you want them to work on that while you're doing other things. I assume you have a smithy, so you could commission a smith to make something for you.
Do we have a smithy? Is that what's the thing?
Or wait, I don't know. Does the Bastion start with a smith or any other rooms?
No. So it says a character's Bastion starts with 2 free basic facilities, which the player chooses from the below.
Yeah.
And then you can add the basic facilities as cramped or the other ones. And at level 5 we can add 2 special facilities, which are like the ones that allow you to do something.
Yeah, I don't remember how you level up a Bastion. Some of the rules for it I thought were kind of contrived. I like the idea of just giving the players like a space where they can have projects being worked on. Like with your Bastion turns, it just like, I don't know, it just, the rules are kind of weird. Like they didn't all make sense to me.
Yeah, and it's a weird size. So how big is it? Because it says it is 4 squares. Which seems very small. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. The amount of space in a basic or special facility. So I think this is like per special room is 4 squares.
Oh, it's the size of the rooms. So it's not just the size of the whole Bastion. They're just smaller rooms. Yeah. So it's like, it's like a small house basically.
Yeah. So we get 2 at the start. So it's 8 squares in total.
Yeah, which seems kind of weird for now. But you get 2, but I think that's, you also have like the base rooms, like the bedroom and like living room, and then you get.
Well, no, it says you start with 2 free basic facilities from the thing. I think we have to build the others.
Well, as part of the house, I remember there's like the non-facility stuff, which is like living quarters and kitchen and such.
Yeah, bedroom, dining room. So yeah, it says you get 2 of those, but then it's also based on like your level is the amount of additional special facilities that allow you to do the different things you can have. So at level 5, you can do 2 additional ones.
Oh, like the groups level, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because
I
yeah,
think
these
so.
are meant to be, I think, for characters. Um, yeah, and those 2 are in addition to the basic stuff, right? The 2
Yeah,
extra
but
rooms.
I don't
Yeah.
think we've built them now. Or if you want to say we have, that would be nice. But
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know
You
what
guys
budget.
can choose 2 of the rooms. Well, how much does it cost to build those?
So what I was looking is there isn't like a price for like the basic thing. It just says you get given one.
See, that's
But
so weird.
it says adding basic facilities is the 500 gold.
Per facility?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. So you have your base house. Basically, when this is done, you'll have your your rooms, your kitchen, kind of like the base hangout places, and then you can pay
Yeah.
500 per facility you want to add on to that.
Yeah, so I think that's for the basic, but I think it costs different stuff. So for an arcane study, you need to be able to use an arcane focus, or someone needs to.
Yeah, someone has to be a spellcaster, basically.
Yeah. Special facility.
I should just make my own rules. These seem
Unknown basic facilities,
weird.
special facilities can't be bought. A character gains them through level advancement.
What do you mean? They magically appear in the bastion? That doesn't make any
Yeah, it's
sense.
weird. I maybe it's like you have to build a room, and then at a level you can turn it into a thing.
Still have to pay for that though.
I know. It's weird. So the bit on special facilities are located in the bastion where certain activities yield benefits. Character's bastion initially has 2 special facilities of the character's choice for which they qualify. Each special facility can only be chosen once. So it says it does start with 2.
As part of the building, you mean?
Yeah. This is it. Yeah, this really isn't, because I thought you'd have to pay per room for the special ones. So if I post that in chat, that's what it says.
Hmm. I guess that's as part of the initial cost of building.
Yeah.
But the facilities themselves don't have prices on them to build them. It's just kind of you gain
No,
them.
so on the facilities, yeah, so on each facility it just has prerequisite how big it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you do have to build a big enough room for it to happen in,
Okay.
because you need, or space
So
roomy,
basically, you need a bigger
fast.
bastion to get some of the facilities.
Yeah,
You're limited by the size of what you can
yeah, and
build.
bastion level. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if there's any that are particularly good. Armory allows us to armor, and we can trade. Just instead of having to sell all the weapons, we can just give it to their armory and we trade that. You can recruit people with a barracks, gambling hall, garden.
I'm guessing some of the rooms just kind of generate money over time or something.
Yeah. So the garden, you can grow different stuff depending on what you want. You can
Rare
grow,
herbs.
yeah, rations, or poisons. You can have a poison garden, a herb garden, grow some food, or grow just flowers.
Should we have a tab for your bastion?
Yeah, that would help. Having our own library would be kind of fun, because then we could actually get books from places.
I'm good with anything. They all sound pretty good. They all sound useful somehow. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a smithy, where if you're level 9+, you can basically have them make a magic item for you. is what it is. Or you could have them just make anything that needs from the smith tools, which is kind of good. Storehouse.
All right. Well,
Like,
yeah, I remember reading over some of the Bastion stuff and thinking it was kind of weird. There's some ideas
Yeah.
I like, and other things it just feels a little contrived.
Yeah.
Well, what
I feel like they should.
facilities do you want? Facilities.
Oh.
You have to decide right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be
I'm
good
not
to
sure.
know. I could add to the notes for when it's finished.
Yeah. I mean, if we wanted to give Ayara something, somewhere she could like trade her, if like this is where our camp's going to be, she wanted to trade magic items. So what would that be in? Not like a storehouse, trade goods. So that's like non-magical items. So like a.
So I added a Char Bastion location in your resources. So if you want, you can leave stuff there.
On this table. Victoria.
Is everyone back?
They're still fixing their sheet with wizard spells and stuff.
To level up.
I know. It's taking a while.
Tired. Last week was a long week for me. Hopefully this week will be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what facilities you build, I might mess with some of the Bastion rules. I think there's some good ideas there, but some of the mechanics for how it executes is weird.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it should just be a place where you can have stuff happening in the background. Like the whole Bastion turn thing is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, why is it your facility can only do one thing at a time if you have a bunch of people?
Yeah, like why can't they all work at the same time?
Like, it might be for just kind of limiting how much you can have, like how much you can get done, but it just feels a little artificial.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Like if you have a bunch of people that are working for you, and just have them work on different things. Maybe, maybe like just limited based on how many people you have at your Bastion. I think they wanted to avoid upkeeps, like having people worry about paying money constantly.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because then it becomes like more accounting than D&D.
Yeah, but I feel like you could do that with like making it so part of your Bastion is dedicated to making money, which is like easy enough to sustain it. You know what I mean? So you can't just have like a crank out magic items Bastion because that will drain money. But if you have a like one with a garden, it sells the stuff from the garden that pays for the upkeep for like most of the stuff.
Yeah, just like maybe one or two of your facilities would maintain the Bastion or something. Anyway, I think everyone's back.
Yeah. Sorry that took so long, guys.
Wizard's hard. I do have something. He did take a spell called Summon Construct, and it requires when he uses a spell a stat block called I think like Construct Spirit.
Yeah, did he buy the material component for it?
He's going to have to do that before the caravan leaves.
Alright. Yeah, you could find that for the... let me see.
It's 400 gold piece lockbox.
Ooh.
Give me a persuasion check. Someone, whoever wants to help him find that.
Crinkle, please help him.
Please, Grinkle.
Crinkle, go
Crinkle,
talk to
do this.
people.
Sprinkle, do that.
Maybe
Nobody
you'll
ever
get
asked what Crinkle wants.
Maybe you'll get the MVP vote.
Probably
Ooh,
not.
very good.
All right. So you are able to find what you're looking for. It would be 350 gold, and it would be enough for the spell.
Nice. Do you need help with that, or do you have enough money?
I have enough money.
And you also need one for chromatic orb, right?
Yes, I do. I also need a diamond worth 50 gold pieces.
Did you guys
Oh.
just sell a diamond worth that?
Probably. I mean, I
Worth
have
like
a 200.
600.
I have a 200 gold piece diamond. If you just want to borrow that for the chromatic orb.
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
could use that.
That's like wiping
Yeah.
your ass with Supreme toilet paper.
Exactly.
That's not
yes,
consumed.
I'll give that to Calvary, my 200 gold piece diamond.
Have you decided on the facilities you want for your base?
No, it's kind of an idea that everyone wants to do.
We'll think about it
Uh,
over the week, Lou, and we'll let you know next.
Yeah, because it isn't built yet. So I'll post a poll or something, or like.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
All right. Well, what do you want to do? You've passed the week. You've trained up.
Cool. So Blackwater said it'll still be a while before we leave, or is he waiting on us?
He
Well, we need
wanted
to-
you to explore down below. He also wanted you to head back to where the Iron Tide was. There was some old ruins there. He wanted you and Alira or Lyra to look into.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one? What do you guys want to do first? Halls or?
Let's do the halls. We should probably also let Cithril know at some point, but we can do that later today. Cameron, did you add that diamond?
I'll
'Cause
say you
remove
spoke
it
to
offline.
Cithril during the week, so she
Okay.
knows that the truce is now in effect.
Did you add that diamond, Cameron? Sorry, so I can remove it.
I will right now.
Okay.
200
so
gold piece. Don't forget the value.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
200 gold piece diamond. Cool. That
And add the
across-
lockbox too, just in case that ever comes up later.
Yeah. Back with your life. Now I have my new shield. I will leave my shield at camp. If wants to add that, cool.
So the halls of
but-
Tarsus, are they underneath this town, or that's the one underneath the Iron
No,
Tide
it's
base?
Yeah, they're.
Well,
No,
Halls
the
of
halls
Tarsus
of Tarsus are
underneath
not.
here.
They
Yeah, it's
connect.
where we were going before we got sidetracked by lava.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. All right. Yeah, I'm
What
totally
are you,
down to go back.
Frodo?
Cool. Yeah, so we'll go back down to the Halls of Tarsus, and just before we head back down in there, I will cast Aid at 4th level on the
Yeah.
usual people.
And we got my inspiring leader also. I'll come link that.
So that's 15 HP.
Inspiring will be 10. I think.
10 more.
Yeah, 10. Because I'm only level 6 bard instead of 7. Let me just link it.
Yeah, so that's 15.
Alright, so you want to head back into the halls under the town, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so 10 temp HP for everyone from me, including Patchwork when she comes back.
Okay.
And then Nil is for sure not giving me HP, so.
Yeah, I'd keep it on the frontliners.
Yeah, right,
Patchwork
yeah.
can do it on you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
One thing that I am looking forward to is at level 8 I get 2 4th level spots, and I can use Death Ward as well on someone.
What was
Which would be
Death
nice.
Ward used for?
So it basically means the first time you die, you don't drop down. You just go to 1.
I wonder how useful it is. And in the sense, well, of course, it would be useful for things like power word kill and stuff. But Usually, if you die, you would probably die next round anyway, right?
Yeah, it's probably like if I. Well, I was just thinking if I use it on patchwork, how useful they are keeping everyone up, just stopping
Yeah.
them going down.
Yeah,
would
well,
be-
this can be useful. That's
Yeah, because my other level 4 spells aren't like the most useful, I don't think. I do get banishment as well. So what are they?
Cool, yeah. So I guess should we go see Blackwater, get Lyra, and then head out?
Well, I think we're
I think we're
already
already
down
doing
here
that.
with Lara.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 I knew that.
So Lyra is joining your. Yeah, she's joining your NPCs. I assume you're bringing her and Carter.
Yeah.
So she's helping navigate the tunnels. If anyone wants to roll a survival, it could help her as she's using maps, but she's not necessarily skilled at this sort of thing.
I will do survival.
Okay. Right. So you travel through the tunnels. Takes you a couple of, well, it wouldn't take that long. I'll say, what time is it? I'll say it takes you an hour and a half. So it's about 10 o'clock. As you get to what looks like an area filled with bones. A big fight looks like took place here. Lots of bones around. And what looks like a destroyed door. Or a kind of almost like a vault door that was bashed in by something and broken open. But yeah, just really lots of bones scattered around.
Remind me, where are we going?
Halls
What
of
are we
Tarsus.
looking for?
So Blackwater wanted you to explore the halls of Tarsus to get just to see what's down there, because he thinks there might be information that could be valuable to the journey to Issyk.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Yeah, before he wanted you to find a way through it to go fight the Blood Hand, but since that's not going to be a thing anymore now, he just wants you to explore it. Because as an old rune, he wants to just see if there's anything worth claiming down here. So Lyra seems excited, and she says, okay, here we are. This place is dangerous. There's been a lot of undead, and our scouts think that they're coming from these halls, so I'm expecting we meet more inside. She says, a long time ago, a great battle happened here between the followers of Moradin and some of the cultists of Orcus. Very evil god. So just be on the lookout.
Of who? Who is the god again?
It's Moradin,
Orcus.
god of the dwarves, and Orcus, god of the orcs, I believe. Also god of undead.
Do you know anything about those gods, Calrune? I know you're pretty studious. I mean, you are a dwarf after all. I'm sure you know who Moradin is.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Morden. And as for Orcus, did you want me to make a religion check?
Yeah, sure, you can do a religion check.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you know he's an evil god, and he is big into the undead. But you don't know too much beyond that. Okay.
Yeah.
And is Moradin the Morning Lord? Is that?
I'd have to look it up. I know he's a dwarven god. Isn't Corellin the Morning Lord?
I don't know, honestly.
Okay. Well, when you enter through the initial broken down barrier, on the inside, first thing you see is a bunch more bones. And beyond that, you would notice something peculiar. Kind of off to the side, leaning up against one of the walls of this hall, is a body inside a force field of some kind. I'll say that, Calroon, you would recognize the force field as a wall of force, though it seems to be like a permanent one, which is not something you've seen before. Usually these turn off after like 10 minutes or so. This one has probably been on for a very long time.
Oh, guys, you're good with magic. Just dispel it.
Yeah, I can use dispel magic and get rid
Well,
of the.
hold on, Lyra has one.
Lyra would
Well,
shake her head and say,
Can I
it's
do an
no good.
arcane
The
check?
only way through
Yeah.
a wall of force is to do a disintegration spell. You can't
Yes.
dispel these.
I've just had another bout of deja vu. This was in my visions.
She bends down
cool.
and looks at some of the ruins and says it's fascinating that these have maintained this magic for, it must be thousands of years.
Can I see what's in the force field? Is it a body?
Yeah,
who-
it looks
who's in the
like
force field?
the bones of an old dwarf of some kind. Medicine might tell you more.
Uh,
It's
Yep,
dead.
those are bones.
That's a dead dude right there.
Alright, so Nil would notice that these bones have some, looks like scratches on them. It looks like he may have been stabbed, and then maybe walled himself off in here, probably bleeding out a long time ago. But none of the enemies were able to get the force field down, so it looks like they just marched past him, continuing their attack.
okay, that's kind of sad.
But yeah, you don't see any obvious way of getting rid of this force field. You would also notice that he has a cloak that still looks like it's in good condition, meaning it's probably magical, and a ring on him.
Okay. Again, this reminds me so much of my haunting dream.
Well, is there another way, this force field it's not like the only way, right?
It's a dome. Is it a dome?
Yeah, it's basically a dome around him. It probably goes through the floor as well, so you don't think you could dig in.
So what other doorways, like what else is in this room?
So you can continue down the hallway. There's more bones. So you're continuing on?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll make a note of where that is.
Alright, so if you move down the hallway a bit, you would come to what looks like a large stone, almost like a rectangle, coming out of the right wall. Looks like some kind of smashing trap, like it is supposed to shoot out and smash people against the left wall, though it's only partially triggered. So, like, there's a bunch of bones that look like they are laying on the floor, kind of underneath it, that are shattered. And you would have to climb past this trap to move on. There's only a small amount of space between the wall and the trap. It looks like it doesn't work anymore, you would guess, because usually if it was reset it would be, back in the wall, but there's this huge thing blocking most of the hallway.
You guys think it's safe?
Can you explain once again how does it look? Is it so there is a hallway and there is a trap blocking? Is it like a pit trap?
So the hallway is probably about 15 feet wide by 10 feet high, and taking up probably 96% of the hallway right here is this massive stone block that looks like it shot out of the
Okay.
wall and like smashed against the left wall, like crushing a bunch of people underneath it. But it didn't reset, so there's only about like a foot of room between the stone block and the wall that you'd have to squeeze through. Does that make more sense?
Basically, the only room is the room where crushed people used to be.
Yes. There's like a small amount of room between the big stone brick and the
Okay.
wall that you have to squeeze through.
Does it seem like theoretically possible to move it away, or is this just a huge block of stone, like that you would not be able to force?
It would take an immense amount of strength to move this. You're guessing there's
Okay.
some kind of mechanism in the wall that's supposed to reset it, but it probably broke. You
I
hope
don't
it.
know. Maybe
You
we need
hope
to
it
oil
broke.
something. Shall we take a look, maybe?
Well,
Take
if
a
we
look.
reset it, it may just activate again, though.
Well,
Surely
if we
it's better
figure out how to
to-
reset it, we would probably figure out how to disable it. I don't know.
Carter would say, "Are we sure it's deactivated?" Looks like there's might be some pressure plates on the floor here.
Well, we could always force trigger them, right?
Yep.
Is there like a? Does any of the bodies like have like any weight to them?
The bones on the ground? Not really. There's just bones left at this point.
Like all the armor is rusted away and stuff.
For the most part, maybe there's some pieces of armor, scraps of it, but especially not the crushed bodies.
I'll give it a look.
What are you going to
As
use?
would it be investigation or could I use perception?
You could use either of those. They tell you different things.
Okay.
Investigation is more like how this trap works. Perception is like spotting important details about the trap.
Okay, I'll do perception.
Okay. So
I have 26.
okay, from advantage, or wait. Yeah, advantage on perception checks. Okay. So yeah, you kind of see what your ally was talking about. What Carter was talking about. It looks like there are some pressure plates still on the ground. Some of them were smashed when the trap went off and kind of broke, but if you try to squeeze between the trap and the wall, you would be stepping on them if you're using the floor. You do also notice that the stone block, like when you get closer to it, if you touch it, it wobbles a little, so it might still be able to move. And it's also very cracked, so you're not sure how sturdy it is. That's what you'd notice with perception.
Can I make an investigation check?
Sure. Yep. This is a trap, and if the pressure plates are still functional, it will probably go off.
There's no way that I could, through the gap, jump over the pressure plates, is there?
You probably couldn't jump over them. You could probably climb over, though. If you want to... I'm not sure how high level monk you are. I don't know if you have parkour yet.
I can't run across walls, but I do have good acrobatics.
So you could probably use acrobatics or athletics to climb through the trap without touching the floor.
I wish we just had something heavy to try and throw on the pressure plates. See what happens.
I mean, we got a big chest in the bag.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Does it have stuff in it?
No, it's just my old. When you start like adventures gear, there was a chest, so I dumped it in there. Didn't need it.
Oh yeah. Well, if it weighs,
I think I think
Decent
there
amount.
is one way. If we, I think for us right now the problem is to reset it, right? And if we reset it, I think we can do it pretty safely. If you remember, I remember Calruin was creating this magical small hut where we were resting, and this definitely is not. I don't think it can be crushed by anything. So we could just summon it in the middle of the trap and move through it somehow.
Oh, that.
I don't know if that's
Or
how
I can
that
hold
works.
something heavy with a Tenzer's floating disc, and then just dispel it and have it fall right on there. It'll just take me about 10 minutes to do the ritual.
I think something heavy we can throw, like I can find a stone and throw it there. I think the problem is that we want this, after we reset the trap, we want this trap not to close again. And one of ways not to close again is we just summon something magical, which is your dome, which I think it definitely will not be able to crush.
Okay.
I'm just saying, and looking that it left a small it left a small distance between where people were crashed. So after it triggers, it just stays there, right? It's not resetting back. So it would probably just stay there. I don't know, like that. Maybe it will just break because of ramming into this magical force that you can create.
That's
No,
true.
just
I
mine.
also just got the summon construct spell. So I
I
can
don't know.
probably use
Maybe
that.
it's not. Maybe it's not worth to waste a spell slot. It's kind of
Yeah.
like your
Can
tiny hut. You can do the ritual, I think.
Yeah.
And then
You
your
said it
construct
wobbled
will
when I
be
move it. Can I
crushed,
like
but your force
walk
field
it
can.
back and like hold it so we have more space to move across?
You could try to. You mean like try to push against it to move it back into
Yeah.
the wall?
Yeah.
That would be a strength check if you want to try it.
Let's try.
Okay.
Worth a try. Shall we do it together, Neil? Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will
Large
use my
form.
large form.
All right. Yeah. Give me a strength check as you like bulk up. Is anyone else helping? You can have up to one other person. All right. So Robert and Nil push this thing, which is stuck at first, but as you really put your back into it, something kind of clicks and then it slides a bit in one direction. Back into the wall. I'll say like about halfway, and then something locks up and it just kind of makes a loud banging noise as it falls off whatever was holding it up and slams into the ground. You would hear some screeching noises coming from down the hallway.
Okay. I'll stand at the front then. But is there a clearer path now? I think we've
There is. Give me a sec,
Okay.
though. I need to check something.
I already checked, Lou. It's all clear up ahead. It's all good.
Okay, good. Glad you checked that for me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Alright, sorry, I need to make a map really quick. Okay. Go ahead and pull your tokens on over, I'll say in this area, onto the map.
Okay. I can't see.
Does
assuming
someone have a
someone has a
light
light
source?
I would have had it on my shield. Yeah.
The starry
Okay.
light.
So mark
Which
yourself,
area was it?
right
around here.
here. Yeah, I'll give you a light. Hang on.
That's fine.
And were we coming from this direction or
Yeah,
from this
so you're
direction?
going in this direction.
Okay.
Something is coming down from the west. So give me.
Sorry, Lou.
Don't forget your
Who-
temp HPs, guys.
Could you please remove
Sure.
my aura from default token? It's just always appearing. It's kind of annoying. I have to remove it every time since I
Yeah.
don't have it anymore.
So go ahead and roll for initiatives.
Okay. Oh, dude, I love having good initiative.
I like having an advantage now. It makes it slightly
Oh.
less awful.
I
Yeah,
can
that
always
was a little
swap
less
with you.
awful.
Is it
I
because
have
of
the
the
alert
sentinel
feed.
field?
No, mine's. Yeah.
Alright, so something is approaching from the darkness ahead. You would have some time to act before it gets closer.
I will swap with Nil. He's swap initiative with him. By the way, I don't
Okay.
see the tracker. Oh, there it is.
Is that
Well,
something you can just do?
With the alert feat, yes, I will
cool,
post
cool.
this feat right here.
I don't
Is
need
that
it.
2024?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
2024.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but if somebody's gonna prepare, you're probably the better one to do it.
Alright,
I will just prepare a
so
thing.
like I said, something's approaching. You don't see it yet, but you guys get to act first. Kaladin, what do you want to do? Oh, and is
Neil, you
someone
say you don't want to
playing
swap?
Carter or Lyra?
Um,
I could play Carter, unless you guys
Yeah.
want Lyra.
no, Carter. Probably the.
Okay. I can
Okay,
play.
so go ahead and pull her out or him out and roll initiative.
Do I have access?
You should. Let me check. Are you not able to?
No, I can't drag him. I think someone else had access from last time.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't here. That was Rob. All right.
Yeah.
Kaladin. There you go.
Thank you. You should
It's
definitely be
like-
fully healed.
Yeah, he would be fully healed. He says, "All right, let's hope this all our training paid off." As he grabs the axe in both hands.
And initiative. Where is initiative? Just a dex roll? Oh, right here.
It should be on, on his sheet. All right. So the first act. Kaladin, you said you were switching with someone.
I think Grinko said Nil said he didn't want it, so I'll just stay on top.
All right. So what do you want to do?
I will. Well, I mean, I definitely hear a threat coming, so I'll go ahead and activate my elemental arms.
Okay.
So elemental attunement, that's a focus point. And I will stand right here and ready an attack action, or the first person to come. Actually, I will ready an unarmed strike. I will ready an unarmed strike.
Okay. So that ends your turn. From down the hall, something is moving around in the shadows, flying towards you at alarming speeds. You see a creature coming at you through the darkness.
Oh, I can't grapple these guys.
It screeches as it flies towards you. It says, "Life Force." That will be it for its turn as it dashed to get there. Cal Ruin.
All right. It's on its way over right now, and I am just going to kind of get this party started a little bit, and I am going to cast oh, think I'm gonna do Ray of Frost just to begin with. See if he's vulnerable to cold or not.
Okay. At the one that's flying towards you?
Yes.
Here, I'm just going to mark on the map the area that is covered with debris from the trap that just broke. So those are basically like difficult terrain to get over.
I think you have to get closer if the range is only
Oh.
60 feet.
That is true if
Yeah.
you're doing Ray of Frost.
And I will move a little bit closer. Okay, what's the distance of me?
He would still be out of range for Ray of Frost. As you move up.
I get that right. Yeah. That's all my movement speed. And he's still 65 feet away.
Yeah.
You have a longer range cantrip?
I do not.
Alright, well, what do you want to do instead?
Hmm. And he's the only.
You hear more coming from behind, but he's the only one you see so far.
All right. And I'm going to cast Blade Ward
Okay.
on myself.
Alright, so you start concentrating, surrounding yourself with a blade ward. And I assume that's it for you?
Yes.
Alright. So something is moving through the darkness, but I don't think you would see it yet. Grinkle.
Hello.
You hear something moving down the hall a bit.
Who's there? Yeah. Well, I don't really know where to stand. I guess we'll just go maybe not too far, but no one's blocking me right now, and I'll just ready. Can I ready a true strike shot?
If you can
I'd like to
true
ready
strike with ranged weapons, then sure.
Yeah. I'll do that then.
Alright, so you ready true strike, aiming your crossbow. I mean, you can see the Wraith now, right? Or is he too far away?
Nope, I can't. Yeah, he's still too far. So already a true strike light crossbow with the new ammo shot for when he comes down. Or the next time I see someone kind of in this area.
Alright, Robert.
Is there an icon to know I'm readied, or?
No, you just kind of have to let me know if your thing triggers.
That lightning bolt.
You can put a mark on yourself if you want, that's fine. Alright, Robert, what do you want to do?
Here? What is this? Here and here?
That's debris from the trap breaking. So like that
Okay.
was the big trap that fell off the wall after you pushed it back.
Gotcha. Robert will then make a couple of steps and jump over and stay here while dodging.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me check something. So actually, you would see something when you get there. I think. You see this, right?
No,
No?
I don't have dark vision.
I see it. It's like
Oh.
a dim
I
light
can
to
see
me.
it.
Alright. Can you guys see it? I thought you were more than 60 feet away. I guess it would be just there for you. And you said you can see it, Calroon?
Yes.
He's got a lot of dark vision. I don't have any though, and I can still see
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
Dwarf. I have 120 feet.
Oh, you have 120 feet. That's right. They changed it. All right. So yes, you would see something moving through the shadows then.
Oh, fuck that thing.
Oh,
All right. So, Robert, you said you ended there dodging.
Yes.
Another one of these wraiths comes flying down the hall, ending here after dashing. Nil.
okay. I move up. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
There's a click as you step on the trap there. Why does your HP say it's higher than it should be?
Actually, I have aid.
Oh, you can just in your sheet put +5 to your.
I
plus-
did. I put plus 15.
That shouldn't affect your token.
So,
I did the same thing. I did a plus 15. Does it
Oh,
look
why
right
is
for
it
mine?
set to none? That doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm gonna fix this. This is not
Okay.
correct.
sorry.
All right, hopefully, yeah, hopefully we'll fix that. All right, there it is.
Okay.
It should now be linked to your sheet. All right, so you rush up as these things are flying towards your group. What are you gonna do?
I will use my Channel Divinity Turn Undead
All right,
Ooh.
so you
with the Seer
present
Undead upgrade.
your holy symbol, which, and actually before you do that, hang on a sec, because I think the measurements might be wrong. All right, try measuring now, in case you still want to do that. Yeah, that guy's a little bit out because it wasn't doing the diagonals thing. So I don't
Okay.
know if you still want to, because it will only hit that one guy right now.
Okay. Can I ready it when he gets closer? So when it'll be...
Yeah, you can ready an action for when there's at least like 2 undead in range or something. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, so you are readying. Another screech as another one of these things comes flying in back here, ending its turn after the dash. Carter, what's Carter doing? He says there's a bunch of them.
Sorry, that
Throws
was
his
a
great
mistake.
axe.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh!
I was meaning to double click to close it, but I accidentally double clicked a macro. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to probably dash and get in front of Nil.
Okay, so he stands in front ready to fight. Anything else?
Shifting is an action, not a bonus action, right?
Yes, I believe so. It
Yeah, use
also
its action.
probably wouldn't work against these things, because I think it only gives him resistance to very particular types of damage, like
Yeah,
physical.
you're right. Yeah, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. So he will stand and help his comrade fight.
Okay, so new round, Kaladin.
Okay. This is difficult terrain.
Yeah, you do
Do
have
these
those
boots help
boots
me with
now.
difficult terrain?
What do they do? Double your jump distance, Robert?
No, you can use 10 feet of movement to jump 30 feet.
Oh, there you go. So yes, you can just jump over them.
And then you still have 20 feet of movement.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's more than that because I've got 45 total.
you need more than that, yeah.
So
you can
I'll
go back to our camp and back in your turn.
So I can spend 10 feet of movement to jump to this spot right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I will do. Bam. And these things, they don't look particularly tangible, do they?
One of them has a physical form, which is the Bodak back here. Oh, what's going on? Sorry, give me a moment. I think the token is broken. What's his initiative? 19, 19. Alright. Let me try something. I'm gonna have to re-pull him. Okay, there we go. Okay. But yeah, he is the only physical one, you think?
Okay, I might still be able to move this guy with my elemental attunement. So I'm gonna try to unarmed strike this one,
Okay.
and we'll do force for the damage. 27 hit.
Yeah, give me one moment to check something, though.
All right.
Okay. So you would notice coming off the Bodak is a bunch of necrotic energy that is sort of filling the area around you that you've just stepped into. You feel it starting to wither you. So you think there might be a detriment to staying within this if you don't get out.
That
But
makes sense.
you're gonna attack this thing.
Yeah, I rolled
All right,
27.
so 27 will strike it.
Okay, here's damage. That's force, and I want to try and pull him 10 feet towards me. He needs to make a strength save,
All
DC
right,
16.
so you do 9 force damage to it. And a strength save. So it will fail, becoming pulled towards you.
And that should trigger Nil's held action,
That's
because
true.
he's within 30 feet now.
You can reaction to turn now if you want, Nil.
Do I get a shot off when it moves?
Can you see it now?
Also? Yeah, over here.
Okay, so then you can both use a reaction.
Yeah.
Within range.
We'll say, go ahead, Nil, make a roll or link what you're doing.
Okay. Yes, it was my turn undead, seer undead.
Okay, so you, as a reaction, present your holy symbol.
Yep.
So this does damage and turns them? Is that what this does?
Yes, whenever I use it, I can roll a number of d8s equal to my wisdom modifier and add the rolls together.
Alright.
And each one that fails it takes radiant damage.
So the first one does a wisdom save. It's going to fail, so go ahead, do your radiant damage. 22.
Nice.
So it is burned by searing light, gaining a level of wound and becoming turned. The second one, wisdom save. That one is going to make it, so he is unaffected by the light coming out of your symbol. Now you can shoot Crinkle, but you remember that shooting a turned monster will wake him from being turned. Do you still want to shoot him?
Yeah, I guess I couldn't have done it first then.
I just went with who is closer.
Okay.
And go ahead and spend your reaction, Nil.
Yeah.
All right, so you're...
I can like barely see this one. Can I shoot it with disadvantage?
What's
I
the
guess
range
it'd
of the
be
crossbow?
normal. Yeah, 80. It would be
yeah,
okay.
sure, you can shoot at that one. He just have cover from you.
Okay. And no what's the word? No sneak attack on it. We'll just take a shot.
No, it'll just be a normal shot.
With True Strike, I'm still figuring out how to like click him at the same time, but here's a shot. 12 with cover.
Alright, so unfortunately that is going to miss. Unless you have something else. 12 is going to not be enough versus 14.
Do not. No,
So the
that's my
shot just
reaction.
flies down.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was your reaction. Kaladin, you're still going. He did the one attack.
Okay, now that he's frightened, he could still attack me, right? Like if I leave his range,
Yes, he can still take reactions.
but it'll be a
Turned.
disadvantage.
Well, he's not actually frightened. All Turn makes him do is, like, flee from you. Actually, does Turn take away their reactions? Maybe it does.
If it fails to save, it has the frightened and incapacitated conditions for 1 minute.
Oh, they changed it. So they actually have a condition. Alright, so never mind. It is considered frightened now. So then it would be
And
a disadvantage.
Incapacitated, which is
Yeah.
even worse.
So he can't take a reaction as when he's incapacitated, right?
Yes. Yeah, so that
Okay,
is
so-
correct.
What I will do is I will run past him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right here. And I will use my... I will move actually closer so I can use my weapon. Right here, sorry. Not there, right here. And I will use short sword to attack him.
Alright, so you stab at this one. Shanking, yeah, 22 will strike him.
Okay, so here's the damage, and he is vexed.
Okay.
Does that do full damage?
To him, yes. That would do normal damage.
Okay, and then because I attacked with a light weapon, I can then swap to the dagger and do my nick attack for free.
Mm-hmm.
And this is at advantage.
Yeah, 27 would strike.
And that's a-
doing 4 or 3?
No, 8. I have the 2-weapon fighting. So I am able to add my dex modifier even to the free attack.
Oh, alright, so that is 8. Alright.
And then I have a bonus action. So I will do my bonus action unarmed strike to also attack,
Alright.
which is a
Well,
13.
He is going to dodge that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, so that is it for you. At the end of your turn, you are sapped by a bunch of necrotic energy, taking 5 necrotic damage as you feel yourself withered by his aura. The Wraith is frightened and incapacitated, so I think he is just going to attempt to flee. Giving you an oppie if you want to take it.
Can they move while incapacitated?
Yes. Incapacitated is not does not prevent movement. It prevents actions. So he's gonna flee over this way.
I can take an oppie,
You can,
but I can't. He's intangibles. Okay, never mind. I won't.
and also it would wake him from the turn effect if you hit him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so if you hit it, it would wake up. So it's just going to run. Okay. So that's it for him. Cal Ruin.
All right. So, right here, I am going to cast Fireball.
All right, you hurl a bunch of fire down the hallway.
Nice.
All right, so dex save, DC 15.
Does that also light up the area?
Maybe for a moment.
Don't things like catch on fire?
No, nothing. Nothing catches fire. All right, so the Bodak fails his save, taking 14 damage as he is resistant. The first Wraith, dex save, is going to fail the +3, taking 14 as well as he is resistant.
Okay.
And the second Wraith, dex save, 15 will make it, so he takes 7, again being resistant to fire.
All right.
Alright, what else? And I assume you sculpted around your ally.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm actually probably going to take a couple steps forward. I know it's a little out of character, but probably about right there.
Everyone's freaking out. What are you doing? Why?
There's no way.
Alright,
he doing?
so the Bodak goes. It slowly turns its head towards you. Its elongated face letting out a blood-curdling screech. And I need a... Oh, is this an attack now? Wait, that can't be right. Hang on a sec. Did they change that? Oh, I guess they changed it. Interesting. So a blast... Oh, no, it's not. They just... Hang on. Sorry. This is just wrong.
No, it's just wrong.
Is it right on this sheet? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I need a con save from you. As it stares at you, and you are inundated with dark energies.
Okay. Not great at con saves. Can I use my human reroll?
Yeah, if you have it.
I do. That's much better.
Ooh.
Alright, so luckily you would make the save. Taking... Let's see... 11 points of necrotic damage as you are withered.
Holy shit.
Its eyes begin to glow as well as it ends its turn.
Rebarb.
Grinkle.
Okay. Grinkle will come
But
into
he
the
made
light.
save and still, like, it still has done half damage, right?
Yes, half
It's
damage.
a pretty potent thing, right?
What's going on? Okay, Grinkle is gonna move up.
Yeah.
I can't see much, though. I'm not gonna be throwing any big things. This team's got this handled. And I can't see Kaladin getting his ass kicked, so, like, it's okay.
You just heard some screeches coming from the
Yeah.
darkness.
Oh, he's probably kicking ass over there. Let's see. Let's try some stuff, so why not? Okay, this guy I can see. I can only see that guy right now.
Yeah, if you can see him on the map.
Sorry, that
Sounds
I'm
good.
just yeah. I was like saying it more, but we'll try to command him.
All right. So you're doing command
Yeah, I'm
on
putting it
him.
out.
Go ahead and link it.
And we'll choose
I need the description.
there it is, sorry. I don't know why it does that different.
Okay.
Do a halt. For one to stop its reactions, I don't think so. Okay, we'll just do halt then. If it passes.
All right, so you do halt on him, which is going to be a
With that.
wisdom save. Oh, so he will fail, stopping his advance momentarily.
And then, because he's the only guy I can see, we'll also beguile him. Another wisdom save.
What effect?
We'll just do charmed. We'll see if he can be charmed. I'd like to know if he can be charmed.
He is unaffected by this.
Okay, perfect.
But he
There
is
you go.
halted.
That's good to know. Okay,
All right.
good to know. And then bonus, I'll just give. I can only see here. Rob, have a bardic. I throw some paint over the rocks here, and you feel inspired.
All right, so you gain a
where's
bardic,
that?
Rob.
That's my turn.
All right, Rob.
So he's halted, so
We're out of time. I would rather stop now because I have.
All right,
things to
if
do
people
now.
gotta go,
Yeah,
sure.
sure, call.
Let's do
Yeah, I gotta
MVP votes. We'll pick this up next time. Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Good game.
got a good team here. I like this team. Good combos. We all got like fairly unique stuff. We work well together here.
All right, and someone, I don't know if anyone wants to hang out and do this. I know some of you have to leave, but someone suggested after games, people talk a bit about what they liked during the session while I take notes, just so I kind of get an idea of what everyone liked about what was happening. But Grinkle with 4 votes, you're MVP. I told you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, I would say most sessions there's a lot to talk about, like, you know. But with this one,
True.
you know, obviously we were doing a lot of like book work, so it was like important stuff that's exciting for the future, but you know, not necessarily like a ton happened this session because we were like leveling up mostly,
Yeah.
you know, and shopping, and that stuff just obviously takes a lot of time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
I am excited for, you know, obviously this dungeon though, because these enemies already seem really dangerous. So
Yeah. They're not easy in this dungeon for sure.
and obviously I like leveling up. It's exciting.
Oh yeah. We'll do more of it. But yeah, I gotta go.
All right, have a
I
good one,
gotta
Grinkle.
go. Y'all have a good one. I gotta go.
I will also head out of here. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
Oops.